not that.
I mean, the speaker actually has pretty good bass on it.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you get it?
Temu.
Mm.
Which is, I was worried it wasn't gonna work, and when it was so light, I was like,
What the fuck?
yeah.
Yeah. Also, you probably will want to be careful with it because it is so light.
Mm-hmm.
If it takes too much damage or too hard of a hit, it's probably gonna
Smash.
like kaput.
Yeah. Kevin!
Hello, Kevin. Number one waifu in the house.
Number one. Okay. Alright. I can get rid of this. Get rid of this over here, and then I can pull out... Where is it? Here it is. I forgot my snack. Oh, I'm getting cake. I left my monster in the freezer all day, and now it's just consistently trying to spray out of the top. Well, that's your own fault.
Yeah, that is your own fault. It's pure sugar. Yep.
That is indeed
It is
your
your
own
fault.
fault.
You know better than to leave a carbonated beverage in the freezer for more than like 10-15 minutes.
No, he blames you.
I had nothing to do with it. I didn't touch it. That's your fault. I wasn't there. That DLC looks cool for Ark. I want to watch gameplay for that. That looks nice.
Rob's been playing it.
That looks sick as fuck.
Alright. It is running. She beat me and put my monster in the freezer.
What
Yeah,
monster? What flavor is it? What flavor is it? Because if it's anything but the apple one, I guarantee you I didn't. It's Viking berry. Yeah, definitely not for that one. I don't like that one. That one's gross. The apple one is the second best apple flavored soda I've ever had. To be fair, it's only like the second apple flavored soda I've ever had. But like, it is so good. Every time I take a sip of it, I feel like I've just taken a bite of a fresh apple.
Alright. You guys ready? This is Rose Academy version 3 or 0.3.7. The cityscape had long given way to endless forest outside the window, but I was so lost in thought. I am. Why is it not doing it? That's weird. Can I exit full screen? Not that. This. Alright, I'm gonna have to not play it in full screen in order to stream it.
That's fine. That's acceptable.
Yeah. Alright, endless forest outside the window, but I was so lost in thought that I noticed nothing around me. The driver was saying something about the beautiful view and the unusually warm September weather, but his words dissolved into the air, never reaching my mind. Usually,
I'm sorry. It's throwing me off. That one tree is a brighter green and more detailed than the others.
that is weird. Well, this is still the first version. Maybe they're gonna do more.
I mean, like, it looks phenomenal. It's just throwing me off how there's just the one. Unless it's significant somehow, but I don't know.
Yeah. Usually I'm attentive to details, noticing any small things others miss. An inevitable profession.
Too late.
I wouldn't notice it. It was good that I was just a passenger that day and could afford to get lost in memories of what had happened in the morning. Is there a back arrow? No, there's not. Oh, we made it! There's a newspaper. Coffee. Ooh, our tablet, or is that our phone?
Tablet.
That's
No,
a phone.
That's a phone. It looks huge, but that is a zoomed in view with the side to side like that threw me off for a second.
Yeah. A morning phone call interrupted my morning magic, which consisted of a cup of espresso and reading the news. I rarely break my own rules, never answering unknown numbers, especially during vacation. But this time, something was different. A premonition told me this call wasn't random. Kevin said, "Be right back." The phone continued to vibrate insistently. I reached out and after a second's hesitation, answered the call. Bro, audiobook recordings are so hard. Hello? Is this me? I'm cute!
Try reading the sentence before you read it out loud.
Oh, Kevin!
Hell
Thank
yeah,
you for your
Kevin.
prime, bro.
That way you, like, know what you're gonna say, what you have to say before you get to the word.
I don't think I have that time, though.
Oh, does it auto-do?
Yeah.
Well, the first couple didn't.
Oh, it was paused.
Oh, that's why you gotta pause it if you want to take your time and read it.
Mm-hmm. James? The girl's voice sounded vaguely familiar, but I couldn't recall where I'd heard it before. Who is this? Perhaps you don't remember me. It's been many years. It's Nika. We were at the same summer camp together, Bear's Cliff. Do you remember? Her name triggered a wave of long-forgotten memories, washing the rest of the world out of my head. Nika.
Is that her?
My
She's
first
cute!
love. Of course I remembered. There are things you don't forget.
Also, why is younger him brown-haired with green eyes?
Can I go back?
He had brown hair and green eyes.
Oh.
And she had green hair and was kissing him on the cheek.
She's got blue hair now, I think. Yes, 10. It's hard to believe. Oh, it's been 10 years.
Yeah.
So this year marks the anniversary of our first meeting? The girl's voice sounded cheerful, almost playful. However, I was too surprised to play along. And of our last meeting, too. Nika, has something happened? For a couple of seconds, silence hung on the line. I could almost see her biting her lower lip, a habit she always had when she was nervous. I wonder if she still has this habit after all these years. You're right, something has happened. I wish the reason for my call were just the anniversary, but there's something more serious. I heard you've become one of the best in your field. Oh, I'm a detective, that's right. How did she know I'm a special agent? That's classified information. Despite my curiosity, it's not a question to ask over the phone. Anyway, I need your help, James. What exactly is the matter? I'm the principal of a girls' school, and one of our students died yesterday. Wow.
Drama.
It looks like a suicide, but she had no reason for it. Although it may sound strange, my experience tells me there's something more going on here.
Can I just say, it's so weird listening to someone like read stuff out loud, because like the way that words you emphasize are not the words I would emphasize.
Yeah, I get that a lot. That's
And
just
it's-
my intonation.
Yeah, like and there was no reason for it, is how I would have said that line.
What did I say?
You said, and there was no reason for it.
Oh.
It was just like, that's not how I would have said that. It's just, it's
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
it's off, it throws you off for a second. Like, it's something you have to, like, adjust to. It's one of those things.
I do have. Damn,
'Cause
she's
you
saying
get
you
so
can't
used to-
read.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's weird listening to people like read shit out loud. Even with audiobooks and stuff, it's weird listening to people read shit out loud, because some of the words they emphasize are just not the ones I would emphasize. Like sometimes I feel like emphasis should have been put on a different word. Just, like,
I think that's why I can't listen to audiobooks.
Maybe.
Because some people emphasize
Specific
words different than
yeah.
I do.
Yeah. So like here I'd say vacation, huh? I'd emphasize vacation.
I would too.
And now I'm investigating something again. A schoolgirl's suicide. That's not even my specialization.
Vacation, huh? Well, I would say huh.
Yeah.
And now I'm investigating something again. A schoolgirl's suicide? That's not even my specialization.
Yeah.
That's different. That is different. Yeah. That's crazy.
Fight.
Damn it! Why did I agree to it? Just
So you
because I
read that
heard her
more
voice?
angry. I read that as like in my head I read that as like exasperated.
Damn it! Why did I agree to it?
Damn it! Why did I agree to that? Because he was on vacation.
Yeah. So many years, and all this time she had my number. She knew who I was, but she never called after what happened.
Ooh, what happened?
Wait, I said wait. Well, what really happened? It was a puppy love. What truly connects us besides stories from summer camp?
Go to question.
But no matter how hard I tried to convince myself that we had nothing in common, I couldn't forget how, 10 years ago, I rushed to the post office after returning from camp. Aww. With trepidation and a pounding heart, I hoped to find a reply to my letter addressed to Nika. I remember how, week after week, I could never find that letter in a pile of fresh mail. Sad. I remember pleading with my parents to visit Nika on the other side of the country to make sure she was okay.
Ooh.
I remember my father finding her home phone number and how I dialed it. On the other end of the line, I heard that Nika's family had moved, and the new tenants didn't have their current address or number. Depression.
Either something happened or someone meddled.
The driver's voice pulled me out of my reflections on the past. We've arrived.
That's what the driver looks like.
It's kind of cute. Kind of like him better than the MC.
That's sus. That's sus. The driver wasn't just generic. That's sus.
That is kind of sus. When the driver stopped the car for a moment, I doubted we'd arrived at the correct address. The building visible beyond the gates looked more like a luxurious mansion belonging to some European aristocrat than a girls' school. Rose Academy. Taking my bag from the trunk and paying the driver, I double-checked the address on my phone. Rose Academy. The address is not an address. It's just
Well, they can't really put in like an actual street address.
That's true.
It's made up.
That's true. The address seems correct, so it really is a school. Judging by its location and appearance, the girls here aren't from simple families.
They rich.
Rich.
They that old money.
As I approached the gates, I automatically noticed the flicker of a miniature sensor hidden within the gate's decorative element. I'd seen such hidden facial recognition systems many times before. Oh, so it's a facial recognition sensor. The only difference was that they were usually in The only difference was that they were usually in government buildings or at secret headquarters meetings rather than in civilian institutions.
This ain't civilian, this is rich people shit.
Something sus. Oh, it froze.
These are the kids of, like, important people, probably.
I think it froze. Okay, no, it froze for a second, so I was like, well, did I miss something?
Yeah. Well, it's also paused.
Oh no, my mouse was spinning.
Oh.
Nighty moo!
Stop for a bit.
Night dash!
Night dash!
Before my finger could press the call button, a mechanical voice came from a hidden speaker. Please state your name and the purpose of your visit. James Crofton. I'm here by personal investigation from the principal. What did I say?
You said investigation.
Well, I am investigating.
I'm here. You said
James Crofton. I'm here by personal invitation from the principal.
Your first read thing said, I'm here by professional investigation from the principal.
For a couple seconds, the system went silent, processing the information. Ching. I walked through the gates, and they smoothly closed behind me. That clang didn't sound very smooth. There were a few students in identical uniforms standing on the lawn. Noticing me, they immediately began whispering, casting curious glances my way. Damn, she's saying you can't even look at words you write either.
I'm saying she's dyslexic. She's word dyslexic, not letter dyslexic.
I am word dyslexic. I pretended not to notice them, but my ears caught every word of their not-so-quiet conversation. Do you see him too, or am I tripping? He's so handsome. I wish he were our new teacher.
Oh no, she's gonna make him go undercover as a new teacher.
Then I'd go to all his classes, especially the extracurricular ones, if you know what I mean.
Oh lord.
Words are cool. Stranger! I assume guests are rare at this school. It's no surprise that a new person on Academy grounds becomes an object of intense scrutiny. And considering it's a girls' school, it seems I'm sparking a special interest among the students. Don't worry. The path from the gates to the door seemed like a red carpet. The closer I got to the school, the more curious stares I felt. Groups of schoolgirls of various ages strolling through the grounds fell silent at my appearance, then immediately erupted into whispers behind my back. I don't remember ever getting this attention. Which one?
That's unpleasant. That is absolutely unpleasant.
I resolutely continued on my way, focusing my gaze on the building's front door as if it were the only object in the entire universe worthy of my attention. I feel like a fish in a bowl.
See, my favorite games like this, like the plot games, where there's a lot of text and stuff, are the ones where like you can go back and like look at the timeline and see where shit diverged. Like kind of like Detroit Become Human. But I've seen other ones. I can't think of the names off the top of my head, but I've seen other ones where you can do that, where you can see where like the plot line splits and like where you could have made a different choice.
Yeah.
And like gotten a different result.
I like words. I like words too. In my line of work, extra attention usually means a failed operation. I involuntarily shook my head, dispelling the intrusive thought. I took a deep breath as if before diving into the water and pushed the heavy front door open.
Is this a smut game? Some of those sentences were Goonie sounding.
I don't think it's a smut game.
It's
I think it's a dating sim, but I also think it's a murder mystery.
Yeah, it's definitely a murder mystery. We haven't gotten very far yet. Do you want to check it out on Steam?
Yeah.
Like the tags?
Let's see.
Let's look at the tags on Steam. Or the description of it, at least. Detective visual novel.
Build romantic relationships.
Yep.
Will you uncover the truth or fall for someone's charm?
Oh, so visual
they're
novel, detective, romance, anime, dating sim. Okay.
It would be funny if it was Goonie.
I don't know if it is. It's not rated R, so I don't think it is.
Bingo! Well, it's also demo, so...
It is a demo, but like, even in the demo, I feel like they would do like give you a hint of if that's gonna be in the later game. Or like they would put a warning.
Yeah. Nah, romance is fine. Surprisingly, there were no guards inside the building. Instead of live security, there were small surveillance cameras set up everywhere around you. I looked around, trying to figure out where to go next. The lobby branched off into several corridors, none of them marked with a principal's office sign. Great, I'm in a school the size of a small palace, and there's no one to ask where to go. Guess I'll have to rely on my intuition. Oh no.
Whatever shall I do?
I chose the corridor leading to the right of the main entrance.
They should have put a choice there. You should have been able to choose. That would have led to so many different options.
I know. In this wide hallway with high ceilings, I saw the portraits of past graduates and glass display cases containing trophies and medals. I got confused right here. I thought it was going to say...
No, Mango, it's not an Afro book. It's a... What is it? A visual novel.
It's a visual
game.
Novel. Dating sim, detective game.
Yeah. Murder mystery.
Yep. I'm demoing it.
As long as Liz doesn't flash
Her
her wee-wee again.
I was playing a way out, and I was going into the prison, and they had to shower me naked, and he turned, and it was on screen. I was like, fuck.
Damn it, I'm getting censored.
I even recognized the faces of a famous political figure in one of the photographs.
All 2 inches?
It was pretty small. With every minute spent here, I became more convinced that this institution wasn't just a school, but a forge of the elite.
It was Coldwater. It was a prison. What do you expect? That shit was freezing.
After walking to the end of the corridor and finding nothing resembling the principal's office, I decided to turn the corner. Oh no!
Cute.
We ran into each other. I
She
felt
ran
a
into
shove
you?
that nearly made me lose my balance. It took me a few seconds to collect myself and realize what had happened. A few seconds for a detective? Ugh.
Yep, I told you. I told you they were gonna give you an idea.
There were textbooks scattered around across the floor, and their owner looked up at me with wide, frightened eyes. I look like I'm on the floor, though. That's not looking up.
It's fan service.
I'm sorry. I wasn't looking where I was going. I'm so sorry. She's crying. Are you okay? You didn't hurt yourself? For some reason, the simple question made her cheeks flush bright red.
This is a girls' high school, right?
Yeah. No, I'm fine. Or maybe, I don't know. It said
2
girls-
inches went to 3!
No. No, it said,
I think it said a girls' high school.
of all ages. So some.
Let's
young,
see
some
how far
old,
we
some
get
old.
and if we find out how old some of these characters are. Because I can't remember if they said high school or not. Age check
Yeah.
first. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, gotta age check first. I'm a little concerned if this is an adult man in a girl's high school.
Yeah.
I mean, it's normal dating sim behavior, but
Yeah.
I am a little concerned for me. This is a grown
Saying
man,
Ayo.
like saying "Ayo," like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
If this is a girl's high school, we need to chill.
Yeah. Unknown. I'm just very clumsy. I'm very clumsy. My mom used to tell me when I was little that I had 2 left feet. I have 2 left eyeballs.
It's just, I'm very clumsy. My mom used to tell me when I was little. Did that throw you off?
It's
you off
always
your game?
It's always like this with me. The girl adjusted her glasses and looked with annoyance at the scattered textbooks. Huh. Now I have to pick all of these up. I'm late. Do I have time to help? Do I help
Pick up the books. She might. I can't see.
I knelt to help. How do you say that word?
I knelt to help the girl.
It just sounds
No.
wrong. You know?
If it's a K from an N, it's knelt.
I knelt to help the girl gather the small books. Oh, you don't have to. I can do it myself. It's no trouble. Are you sure you didn't hurt yourself? No, I'm fine, thanks. Thank you so much. I picked up the last textbook, the final exam, eliminating the competition. Oh, and
Clue.
handed it to the girl. That is a clue. Noticing the title of the book in my hands, she became even more embarrassed and quickly snatched it, carefully avoiding touching my fingers.
She's gonna be the first suspect.
Oh, for
Right
sure.
now.
Oh, for sure. Since we bumped into each other, maybe you can tell me how to get to the principal's office? I said that word so wrong. I got lost in this corridors.
Told you.
Kill! Kill! Kill!
He said it said how to eliminate the competition, not how to kill the competition.
I think this is for our eyes. Oh, the principal's office. Of course I know. It's straight down this corridor and then left. You won't miss it. There's a sign on the door.
Good.
And thank you again for helping with the books. I'm of the opinion that the principal's office should be at the very entrance of the building. Make it easier for people.
Well, this is a place where it doesn't have to because they obviously don't let visitors.
That's true. Her face brightened. It seemed she was glad she could help in some way. I adjusted my jacket and headed in the indicated direction. Headed to the indicated direction is what it should have been. That's just me. Such a prestigious school, and no signs. Though perhaps it's part of their educational philosophy, to foster independence. It's good I managed to ask the girl where Nika's office was, or I'd be wandering around here until evening.
Sorry, I just had a thought.
What?
What if some of the romances are with the teachers, not with the students?
That could be it. That could be it. Because you gotta
At least
ask
some
about
of
the,
them.
Because you gotta
At
ask
least
about
some
the
of them.
students.
Because there's no way these girls are just walking around here by themselves all the time and teaching themselves shit. They've got to
That's
be female
true.
teachers.
That's true. Following the direction the girl in glasses pointed me in, I found a corridor with a book proudly displaying a sign.
There's a door!
Principal Veronica. Did I say door?
He said book.
With a door proudly displaying a sign. Principal Veronica Preston. Wow, so Nika is actually a short form of her full name. I cannot fucking read.
Do you want me to read it?
No. It seems I know very little about her. 10 years have passed, but I still remember her as the girl from camp. I would have said remember her as a girl from the camp.
Well, she wasn't just a girl from camp. She was the girl. They were dating. She was his first
He
love.
should have
She's
specified,
important.
like, as my first love from camp.
Well, they've already told you that she's his first love.
Yeah, but now it's just the girl. You know.
Well, she's the only girl he's remembering. Like that.
Kevin agrees with you. I'm word
It's
lexic.
emphasizing like her importance as she's the only girl he remembers from camp.
Ah.
He's referring to her as the girl, so she's important. The is usually put in front of proper nouns and shit.
Yeah, but girl doesn't. It's just
Like
weird.
the sun, the moon. It's
That makes
important.
sense. It makes
It
sense,
implies she's.
but I don't like
It
it.
implies that she's important.
It makes sense, but I don't like it.
You just don't like reading out loud.
No, I love reading out loud. I do audiobooks for fun. Yet, in that time, she's become the principal of an elite school.
Sorry.
Well, the principal makes sense.
Well, no, I'm saying
that's
like
a label.
it's emphasizing she's the principal.
What did I say?
No, I'm saying like for the girl, it's emphasizing the principal. She's the only principal.
Yeah.
She's the only girl from camp. In his mind.
Okay, it makes sense looking at it like that, but girl doesn't seem like it should be the girl. You know?
Yeah, well, I mean that's fair. Like sometimes words can English words arranged like that feels weird, but like if you read into shit like that, it gives you more clues.
Yeah. I paused for a second before the door, gathering my thoughts. Beyond this door was not only information about the mysterious death of a student, but also a meeting with a person from the past who, it seemed, had long been left behind. I took a deep breath and knocked. A muffled "come in" came from behind the door. I turned the doorknob and stepped into the office. Oh, I guess she does have green hair. In the grayed out, it was blue. James, is that really you? Nika, as expected, had changed in 10 years. Her soft, childlike features I knew, were gone. See, I once knew would make sense.
Because it's been 10 years since they've seen each other. Also, for the reason why her hair probably looked blue, they probably used like a blue shadow or like a layer effect on top of her and turned her hair blue.
Oh, I left the cake out.
Oh yeah, you did, didn't you? How long has it been? A minute? Do you want to go ahead and go cut a
27 minutes.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go cut a piece of cake for you real quick, and then I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll wait.
My foot's asleep.
Oh no!
You know, no, there's a light on. Awesome. I can see.
I left it on.
Thank you.
How you guys doing today? We are getting in business with this game. Word lexic. Okay, I am... Don't matter.
Dude, I forgot I got an apple.
Oh yeah, you did, didn't you? Kit Kat. You wanna see Kit Kat? Look how cute she is. She's just laying down. This music is intense, bro. Isn't she so cute, Kevin? Look at her little feetsies. She's adorable. Nika was always beautiful, but I didn't think she'd become such a stunning woman. Stunning? Sounds very objective.
Do you want a fork or a spoon?
Spoon.
Also, I put it in a bowl.
Perfect. Oh! I pulled my thumb and my elbow popped right here. That's weird. I have solved the problem, though. It's great. Kevin, I'm shipping your gift out today. That's karma for drop kicking that girl in the hallway. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm shipping yours, Dash's, and Maddie's tomorrow. If I remember. I should, though. If not here, I'll put them in my car at the very least, and then whenever I drive by a post office, I got you. Hopefully, it'll be there by Christmas, but we'll see. What, no hand delivery? No, I can't drive that far. It'd be like 20 years before I got there. I'll put this hand in there though. Wait, I'm doing a game review. My bad. I can't do that. My fault. My bad. What, you want a knuckle sandwich instead? I'll wrap that up and give it to you. I'll go ahead and go. Her eyes, still clear and expressive, now held a new, unfamiliar depth. Deal? Got you, bro. I got you. You know, when I took a sip of this earlier, it was the first sip of soda I've had all day. Hey, Kev. Do I look like I've lost weight? You heard sandwiches? It's a knuckle sandwich, bro. You want a knuckle sandwich? I'll wrap it up and send it to you. I had a coworker. I was telling my coworker about the new diet I'm doing for my blood sugar, and he was like, "Are you losing weight? Because for the past few weeks, I've thought you've been doing something to lose weight, and so apparently I look like I've been losing weight." I'll make it fresh for you, Mango. I got you. And I'm worried I look like I've been losing weight, because that's not my intention, and I don't think I've been losing weight. But if I look like I've been losing weight, then obviously something's happened, you know? Gotta figure something out. Fix it. But you always look skinny. Good. Alright, cool. Just double checking. Because I know you wouldn't lie to me.
Jesus.
What? Trip?
I was like trying to cut leather with a butter knife. Ooh, that vanilla ice cream is solid.
It was out for 27 minutes, so I'm surprised it...
It was like the bottom layer didn't want to get cut through, and then well, I guess it's the chocolate, but it didn't want to cut, and then it was the bottom layer that you're eating right now is
oh, it's upside
like,
down.
Oh yeah, it's upside down. It was like glued to the cardboard because the bottom like bit was kind of melty, so it was like.
Alright. So fucking good.
I don't know if I want to pull this whole apple out.
Probably not. You cut it cut, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
You can just pull out slice by slice.
I'm trying to see the slice.
Her eyes, still clear and expressive,
No!
now held a new, unfamiliar depth. I got napkins down there.
Hold on.
If you want to put it over your lap.
Shit. I should have got a plate. Fuck. Yeah, give me a napkin. And also, I'm not gonna want to hold this the whole time. Why didn't I grab a fucking plate? Oh, this is 2 slices. Fuck yeah.
I'm an angel, I never lie. JK, Liz, you do look slimmer, and Kev didn't lie. I always look skinny. Okay.
Hold on. Behold my apple, guys. Isn't it beautiful?
Hold it closer.
Like, behold. This shit is gorgeous. And so fucking good.
Behold, her birthday cake that I am eating.
Also pretty good.
Delicious.
Looks like a taco. Oh, it did!
That's funny. Okay. Faint lines had appeared at the corners of her lips, giving her smile a special charm. Seeing me, Nika rose from her seat, her suit perfectly accentuated to her status as the principal of a prestigious school while still highlighting her graceful figure. Nika seems genuinely happy to see me, yet she maintains a certain distance. I wonder if it's a professional habit or something personal between us. Please, come in. Have a seat. She pointed to the chair opposite the desk and sat back down in the principal's seat. Nika looks unexpectedly at home behind this massive desk.
First of all, I don't know what the quesarito is, never had it, but it sounds good as fuck. And also, yes, it is amazing. It's a chocolate and Reese's covered apple. It's
In caramel. It's
And
covered
caramel.
in
It's
caramel.
got caramel,
and then
too.
dipped in the
and I don't like sweets, but this is fucking delicious.
The apples are delicious. I got cookies and cream ice cream cake. Or Oreo ice cream cake.
What?
Is what it was labeled. I'm pouring water into my monster and it's just disappearing. There's no water in my can anymore. I'm so confused.
What? I'm confused. That doesn't
Are
make
you
sense.
doing... I think he's rinsing him out.
Mm.
Are you putting it on top? Because if you're putting it on top, it might just be going... You know? Off the tab. Even despite her relatively young age... I'm glad to see you. Wait, that was not a question. Nika looks unexpectedly at home behind this massive desk, even despite her relatively young age. There we go. I'm glad to see you. It's just a shame that we're meeting under these circumstances. Weird. Give a compliment or get straight to the matter?
That's a good question. You haven't seen her in 10 years. Because she kind of dropped off the face of the earth. But also...
It's like a
Flip a
quesadilla
coin.
and a burrito in one.
That sounds awesome.
Because it's frozen, so I'm putting the water to dilute the sugar. It tastes like Monster, not water. The water is going straight to the bottom, but disappearing. Interesting.
I guess get straight to the matter.
Okay.
Dana, she was good.
Let's get straight to the matter, Veronica. What exactly happened? She got angry. Look. Her face subtly changed, her eyebrows raised slightly, and her smile became a bit more strained. That's not even a smile. After all, I'm here on business during my vacation, and not to exchange compliments.
My thoughts exactly, guy.
Besides, if she's so glad to see me, why didn't she show up sooner? 10 years is a long enough time to at least call once. You'll be her bad student, Mingo says. Just Nika, please. Veronica sounds so formal. We've known each other for too long for such formalities. She said this with a soft smile, but there was a slight disappointment behind it. I did read that right.
My napkin was on the arm of the tray, by the way.
Okay. It seemed she had hoped our meeting would be a bit warmer despite the circumstances.
I don't want it to fall off my lap and spill candy.
As for the matter, we really don't have much time. I appreciate you coming, especially given the circumstances. That's fine. To interrupt your vacation for an investigation at school at the request of someone you haven't spoken to in so many years. I would have understood if you'd refused, but I really didn't know who else to turn to. Mango. She goes by Az now. A-Z. She sat up straight in her chair, adopting a more official posture. Her voice became businesslike, devoid of the warmth with which she had greeted me. I brought the heater back in, but I didn't plug it in and turn it on. If you get cold, feel free to turn it on. Nika took a deep breath, collecting her thoughts. It was clear that talking about what happened was difficult for her. Yesterday, we found one of our students hanged in the changing room by the pool. Her name was Evelyn Frost, a senior student and a member of the swimming team. Hi, Kevin! Evelyn was one of our best students. No one could have imagined she was capable of such a thing. We called the police and the ambulance. We followed all protocols, but it's a great tragedy for our entire school. The girls are scared. Their parents are calling every 5 minutes, and the teachers are shocked. Nothing like this has ever happened here before. Nika, I'm sorry, but suicides usually don't require precautions like calling in specialists like me. Why did you decide to contact me? I called you so you could take a fresh look at all this and conduct a small investigation. I need an objective answer. Why Evelyn might have done this. Just a couple weeks ago, we were discussing our plans for the future, which, by the way, were quite ambitious. But her ambition was natural. She was one of our leading contenders for a grant. Wait, what grant? My face. Every year, our best graduate gets the opportunity to enter any university in the country without any tests or exams. So it is a high school.
Yeah.
It is a high school.
This is a high school.
That's
The
crazy.
students are underage.
Yup.
I should have grabbed like a cup of milk or something. That would have been. And when I get up to go, I'm gonna. I need to bring you that.
Don't forget.
Gotta find a good spot to end at. Well, this is only the demo, so hopefully it's not.
You know. In the country without any tests or exams. I didn't read that part.
Liz drop kicked a child.
What? It's a child I ran into. It's not just admission. They cover her tuition, housing, and all other expenses. Of course, the competition is fierce. They consider everything. Not just grades, but also sports, achievements, community work, and leadership qualities. Evelyn had every chance of getting this grant, so it's incomprehensible to me what could have pushed her to do this. You see, I can't be objective. For me, our students and teaching staff are almost a family. I know these girls not just from documents and grades. I see them every day, and I watch them grow. And when something like this happens, it's like a punch to the gut. I feel responsible to Evelyn, to her parents, to the other students.
Gotta hit play.
Oh, shit. Right now, I desperately need a clear head by my side. Besides, I don't have much time. What do you mean? How much time do we have for the investigation? The Board of Trustees meeting is in 4 days. They expect answers, and if we don't provide them, the school will likely be closed.
What? 4 days to figure out who murdered this girl?
Some parents have already said they'll withdraw their daughters from the school if they don't get guarantees for their safety. So we need to figure out what really happened. 4 days?
That's crazy.
If it was suicide, we must understand the cause and do everything to prevent it from happening again. And if it's something else, we need to resolve it even faster. Yeah, that makes sense. Do you already have the forensic report? Were there any signs of a violent death found?
No.
They promised to send the information this evening. As soon as I get the report, I'll inform you immediately. When did this happen? Yesterday? Are there surveillance cameras in the pool area or the corridors leading to it? If you have doubts that she did this herself, the recordings might help put an end to this matter. Probably even before the forensic report.
There is no footage.
Of course, I haven't seen the recordings yet, but I've already asked our technician to download and prepare all the footage from last night. Oh, it was last night. What? Wait. So I traveled to the school.
You traveled overnight. It probably had happened like that evening, like 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening, that they found her, and she had to deal with all the police shit. And then like in the middle of the night, after it had calmed down, she called you to come investigate this because she's not sure and she wants an objective opinion.
Ah, I see. Okay. But didn't they say she
And he
was hung
traveled
by the
overnight.
changing room bathroom?
Yeah.
Changing room on the way to the pool area. Oh, shit.
Why would there be?
No, on the way to it. On the way to the changing room.
Well, they're not in the changing room. There would be cameras outside the changing room.
Yeah.
Is what they're saying. So they would have a record of who had been in the changing room around the time of the murder, and maybe have an idea of get a better idea of suspect list and all that, so they don't have to investigate the entire fucking student body.
Yeah.
Because in 4 days, that's insane.
That is insane. Nika looked at the watch on her wrist and then shifted her gaze to the wall clock as if checking the time. Her movements betrayed some impatience. They'll be ready in 20 minutes. Of course, there are no cameras inside the changing rooms, but there's a camera in the pool area and more cameras in the corridor leading to the pool.
It was the butler with a candlestick in the library. I'll put my money on that, Mango.
In any case, if it's a suicide, cameras are unlikely to give us the answer to why Evelyn did it. So let's start from the beginning. Where, who, and what time was the body found? In the changing room by the second pool around 10 in the evening, Annie Harper, her classmate, found her.
It is Clue.
Wait, the second pool? Does your school have more than one? The school has 2 pools. One is for regular physical education classes for students not specializing in swimming. The second pool is specifically for swimmers. Did Evelyn have a key to the pool? Evelyn? Instead of a key, we use a face scanner. Access is available to me, Coach Sam Rivers, and the girls on the swimming team. By the way, I've already requested to give you access as well, so you can enter the pool at any time. Lovely.
It might be supposed to be like a fancy version of Evelyn.
Doesn't the system save data on who entered and when? The scanner installed at the pool doesn't save data. Unfortunately, we haven't had time to update it. Well, that sucks.
Now's the time.
Only the scanner at the main gate saves data and recordings. But in any case, Evelyn didn't leave the school grounds. Only adults are allowed to leave the school grounds, and Evelyn wasn't 18 yet.
Oh, so some of these girls are 18.
Well, we'll work with what we have. I was 18 as a senior. You said
No.
our classmate Annie found her. Is Annie also a swimmer?
Hold on. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, like, yeah, all seniors should be 17, 18 by the time they graduate. He's supposed to be, like, in his late 20s, maybe early 30s.
Yeah.
And
So
some of
like
these
grooming.
girls at most are 18. So it's a little
Yeah.
sus. They can't say he's, like, 24 or 22 or some shit like that, because that's still sus.
Yeah.
First of all. And second of all, like, they were at summer camp 10 years ago, and 10 years later, he's,
Private eye.
and he's like he's a special investigations guy, so he works for, like, some secret agency or something, I don't know.
That would be a
spy shit
crime
is
in and
what
of
it-
itself.
Yeah. And so,
He's
And also
56.
they looked- and also in that picture they showed of them at summer camp, they looked like they were about 12. So they were probably, or I'll say about 12. They look like they're about 12. It's been 10 years. That would make him 22. But there's no way he's 22 having this secret service job. You accidentally clicked it.
Oops. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes, Annie is on the swimming team. In our school, classes aren't formed by age, but by specialization. We have a science, arts, humanities, and, of course, a sports department, which features several disciplines, including swimming. Evelyn and all the other swimmers she trained with were also classmates. They not only practiced together at the pool, but also attended most classes adapted to their training schedule. This probably simplifies things, so we need to focus on the girls from the swimming team. I pulled out a notepad and pen from the inner pocket of my jacket. The habit of writing down details remained from my first investigations. Yes?
Who is it?
Salem.
Guess who you locked in the closet?
Salem. I told you to get out!
She was stuck in your shoe hanger.
Oh. I'm so sorry, Salem. Come here, baby.
Me hearing some racket for like 30 minutes. I'm like,
Like, what the fuck? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
she was trying her best to get out.
She's done it before. I don't know why she keeps going in the closet. She knows she might accidentally be locked in there.
I've had to get her out before.
Yeah. It's her own fault. She keeps going in there.
And she buries
blends
herself
in.
in the shadows and blends in, and you can't find her, and she doesn't always answer when you call her name. So if she doesn't answer, it's hard to know that she's
It's her-
actually in there.
it's her
If you don't
fault.
see her go in there, if she sneaks in, it's her fault. It's
not
happened
mine.
multiple times. It's her fault at this point.
It's her fault. Don't believe her, Salem. She's lying. Mango! Back your ass up, bro. Anywho.
Bold of you to assume.
I pulled out I already read that.
Mhm.
Notepad obtained. I already had it, though.
Well,
But
now you can use
understood.
it.
Now I can use it. Something important could slip from memory, and in some cases, every little thing mattered.
Wow, Liz is victim shaming. She pulled out. Whoa.
Please send me the data on everyone who had access to the pool, including students, teachers, and maintenance staff. All the maintenance staff were off for the weekend, so there weren't any at the school. So they weren't at the school. I'm not sure it's worth spending time on them. As for the rest, I've already prepared the key information for you. What if your key information isn't my key information? Nika handed me a folder. Inside, I found photos of the coach and students, along with short information about each. Clue obtained. Let's see it. I thought it said Nikki's vibrator. Alright, this one's the death.
Oh, that's what she looked like. She was cute.
She was cute. Alright, who's Sam? Sam Rivers, the coach. 33, motive unknown. Annie Harper. She's cute too, 17. Vivian Devereaux.
She's gonna be like the queen bee bitch.
Sophia Williams. I think Sophia did it.
She's the upright classmate. No, she's like the paladin archetype.
No picture of Mickey.
She's the paladin archetype. Look at that posture. Look at that hair. That dead face. Paladin archetype. There's no way she did it. Unless it was like a righteous.
I think
motivation.
she did it. They want you to think Vivian did it.
I don't think Vivian did it. I think Mickey might have done it, because there's no picture of her.
There is no picture of Mickey. I don't think the coach did it.
We probably will get more suspects later, not just the girls on the swimming teams.
Yeah. Nika's phone vibrated, and at
Never
that
pull
very
out,
second,
never surrender.
a notification sound chimed on her computer. She glanced at the monitor, her expression abruptly changing. I know it's urgent. I just have a couple more questions.
Kevin thinks you did it.
I did not!
Murder!
Looks like time is really limited. I need to ask my questions wisely. Oh.
You only have a specific number. Okay.
Yeah.
Who else was a contender for the grant?
Besides Evelyn. That one's important. Alright, Mingo. I did not do it! Did I miss a thing? I totally did. No, I didn't. Okay.
And
How serious was the competition? I knew you'd ask about that. See them. This morning I wanted to get the documents for the graduating students from the teacher's lounge. All their rankings, grades, and even personal notes from teachers about each student. And the most interesting thing is that these papers have gone missing. Someone must have taken them to work on and forgotten to return them. I'll have to check with my colleagues.
Or a student took them to hide the evidence.
Regarding the grant, this year it was mainly Evelyn and her classmate Mickey,
Told you, Mickey!
Elderwood, who were competing for it. Both are very talented, but in different areas. That's what the person who did it would say. And the person who didn't do it would say they did it.
Sometimes. You're pressured enough.
Evelyn was our star in the pool, and Mickey's a genius in the exact sciences. She has no equal in mathematics and physics.
Mickey's the girl you ran into.
Oh, it is, isn't it? She's even won the National Olympiads twice.
They're literally trying to point at her as the culprit.
But she's 17. She would have gotten it the year before.
Well, I
and
mean,
then,
you can
with the
graduate.
genius, maybe she graduated early.
This is supposed to be like a school for the elite.
That's right.
You could graduate early.
A good motive. I'll need to talk to this Mickey.
Okay.
Alright, what's she like? Relationships like? Enemies so late at the pool. So late
What
at
was
the
Annie
pool.
doing so late at the pool?
Mention that Annie, Evelyn's classmate, found the body.
Gotta go.
What? Oh. She's perched.
She's perched.
What was Annie doing at the pool at 10 p.m. on a weekend? Nika frowned and shook her head. Honestly, I don't know. When Annie came running to me in tears, the last thing I cared about was what she was doing there so late.
Annie? Annie, are you okay? Are you
It's
okay,
Are
Annie?
you- I think you'd better ask her that question personally. Okay, I'll figure it out.
I'm sorry.
You're good.
My ADHD
I was-
brain is really...
No, I was gonna sing it too.
Okay, good.
You were singing the wrong part that I was thinking of. I wasn't thinking of that one.
More about Evelyn.
What was she like?
Yeah.
What was
That's
she like?
important.
That is important.
I mean, I say ask the most important questions first, and then if it'll
You
let
got
you
more?
ask all the questions.
Nika
let you
pondered
ask
for a
all the
second,
questions.
as if recalling something specific. Evelyn was an exemplary student with no disciplinary issues and some of the best grades in her class. She transferred to us 3 years ago and immediately stood out, both in her studies and in sports. I hate people who are good at sports and studies.
I know.
At the same
Pick
time,
one.
Evelyn never boasted. She was modest and quiet. Her teachers noted that she had an analytical mind.
Okay, so she was perfect.
Exactly. As for communication, Evelyn was
She
quite
wasn't!
reserved and not very talkative or emotional.
I love an imperfect character. I love a cold, reserved character who's good at everything.
At school events, she usually stood aside, though she always responded politely if approached.
I mean, although I hate the stuck up, reserved, cool characters, you know, who are good at everything. I like the ones who are like anxious and like depressed, cold, and good at everything.
Yeah. It's like there's nothing left to live
They're
in
like,
life.
everybody hates me. Oh my god, I'm so horrible at making friends. Like, Comey can't communicate. Love her.
Some teachers said she was too serious, but I considered it more a sign of maturity. Frankly, I knew Evelyn mainly as a student from an administrative perspective. I think you should talk to those who spent more time with her. Her classmates and the coach. They might tell you things about her that I don't know. A picture of what happened was slowly forming in my mind. Of course, it wasn't complete, but I had the initial ideas. Do you think the camera recordings are ready yet? Or does the technician need more time? I think we can go down and check it. Don't you have a meeting to get to?
This was the thing you were waiting on that she was trying to get to.
Oh. Johnson usually works very fast. He might have already prepared them.
Here she comes again.
We both rose from our chairs, but before we could take a step, the office door burst open without a knock. A woman in a tracksuit almost flew into the room. Another murder.
Possibly.
I think it's the teacher. Oh, Sam! Hello.
Yep. Ooh, she angry.
Miss Preston, I have an emergency. The woman stopped mid-sentence, noticing me in the office, but she didn't look embarrassed. She was probably assessing what was happening. Sorry, I didn't know you had a visitor. I seem to have interrupted your conversation. I should have knocked. It's okay. That's James Crofton, the specialist I hired to help us understand the situation.
Ow.
James, meet Sam Rivers, our swimming coach. So, what's your emergency? I'm afraid this emergency is sitting in front of you. The entire school is buzzing because of a man in a suit. People are spreading rumors. I came to ask that the police not torment the students with endless interrogations. It's enough for the girls traumatized by their classmate's death.
Trying to bury it?
Mm-hmm.
Accomplice.
James isn't exactly from the police. He's an experienced investigation specialist who will help us figure out what happened. As for talking to the girls, it's a necessity. We need to understand what could have pushed Evelyn to do this. Besides, I've already received consent from both the parents and students for these conversations.
That's fast.
Yeah, Sam crossed her arms over her chest. No disrespect, but you don't need to be a detective to understand that the girl probably couldn't handle the responsibility. Oh
Bitch.
shit!
Bitch!
Oh shit!
She was jealous.
Oh yeah.
She was so jealous.
Oh yeah. I didn't get a chance to ask what kind of responsibility she was referring to as the piercing wail of a fire alarm echoed through the building. Uh-oh.
The tapes are gonna
The
get
tapes.
destroyed.
The tapes! Nika immediately turned to her desk and reached for her computer. A few quick keystrokes and her face froze. It's not a joke! The security system shows that there's a fire on the 3rd floor! The server room is burning!
It was this bitch!
Johnson is up there preparing the recordings! Nika rushed to the door. Sam and I followed her.
The teacher did it! The teacher did it!
The portal was already in motion.
Sorry, I appreciate that they are making them actually have. They actually gave them
Panic
features.
faces, yeah.
No, they actually gave them facial features, so they look like real character, like real people, even if they're not like, even if they're just background characters. They actually look like characters, and they're not just the generic like all have the same face, like no facial features, just facial shape and some random haircut.
Yeah.
Or if a haircut at all. I appreciate
Turn
it.
the heater on. It's getting a little chilly. It may be because I'm eating ice cream,
Yeah.
but yeah. The extension cord by the door. Yeah. Oh, I guess it is, isn't it? Behind the cat tree? Careful. Ouch. What if it's the janitor? Because I don't think a student would have access to the server rooms. A teacher would. Liz is a soft bitch. A little hypothermia never killed anyone. You're right.
teacher would have access, first of all, and second of all, if the student knows what they're doing, they could very briefly trick,
A teacher has access, and if a student knows what they're doing, they could very easily trick their way into it. Kids are resourceful. At this elite school.
sorry, it took me a second to figure out how to
No, you're good.
I'm not used to the end of the extension cord.
Yeah. Left button. Your left. Top left. Harp! Do you hear this? The fire alarm?
Jesus.
It's loud as hell.
I'm sure you can turn it down in
basically an
settings.
anime. Of course, the student has access to all sections of the school. My money is on glasses.
This is a pick your own story manga.
It's true. The corridor was already in motion. Students and teachers were exiting classrooms in organized chaos. We struggled to make our way through the crowd running toward us. The murmur of voices and blare of alarms filled the school. Nika, on the move, issued instructions to the teachers she met along the way. Mrs. Parker, please make sure all junior students come out to the front yard. Jenkins, contact the fire department. A middle-aged woman, apparently one of the teachers, was trying to soothe a sobbing girl while other students lined up along the wall. Why are they lining up along the wall? Go to the yard! Somewhere in the distance, there were shouts of senior teachers coordinating the evacuation. I love mangoes, Kevin says.
I bet Mango's your favorite
Nika
person then.
confidently led us through the labyrinth of corridors, climbing higher and higher up the stairs, skipping steps. On the third floor, we turned into an empty corridor. There were no students, only the smell of smoke that grew more intense with each step.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone. I thought Reese's down there. She doesn't eat chocolate. Leave it alone. Get your blood out. Yep. Oh, and there's one right there. God dang it. Okay. I'll set these. Are you done with yours? No, you're not. Okay.
Not
I'll set
yet.
these right here. For now, don't smush them.
Okay.
I don't want to mix them in here and accidentally eat them.
Okay. Having reached the end, we stopped in front of a small room from under whose great... What? From under whose door gray plumes were bellowing. Having reached the end, we stopped in front of a small room. Read this.
When we reached the end, we stopped in front of a small room from under whose door gray plumes were billowing. Okay, they need some punctuation. They need some punctuation. They should be small room, comma, from under whose gray door, comma.
Door gray.
From under whose door, comma, gray plumes were billowing. There should be some.
I don't think this whose should be there. We stopped in front of a small room
It should be from under which.
from
under which, gray plumes were billowing.
Yeah.
That's what it should be.
yeah, not whose. It was weird. Johnson, are you there? There was no answer. I quickly looked around and noticed a fire extinguisher on the wall. Without wasting time, I ripped it from its mount. I knew it could be dangerous, but every second counted. Step aside! I pulled the door open and directed a stream of foam at the source of the fire. How can you see the source?
The direction the smoke's coming from.
Flames quickly receded. Despite all the smoke, the fire was small. Oh, okay. The flames retreated under the pressure of the chemical. Although the smoke made it seem like a serious blaze, the fire wasn't massive.
Damn it. I didn't get a drink.
Near the charred wires and melted microchips were blackened remains of external hard drives.
I was actually about to ask for that. Thank you.
After extinguishing the last flickers, I looked around. It was a small room, more like a storage closet, with several monitors and technical equipment. I only see one. Thank God no one's here. Johnson must have evacuated with the others.
I will say the character designs so far are pretty good.
Your technician probably survived, which is more than I can say for the computers. What a weird coincidence. The fire occurred when we were about to get the camera recordings. Too strange to happen randomly.
Liz would look for underwear.
I do. Some underwear's cute, man.
I'm gonna go looking through these girls' wardrobes.
No. I meant from the store. Or if a bitch has hers on display.
Dash. So good.
I put
That's
the
so
pieces
good.
in there.
Okay.
Alright. It looks like someone didn't want us to see the records from those cameras. It's quite likely this could relate to the girl's death. Is someone destroying evidence? We should find Johnson and figure out why the fire started so inopportunely and where he was at the time.
That was a bad word. I don't like that word. I mean, I'm sure it is a real word, but inopportunely is a clunky word. I love how the only thing we're criticizing so far
Is
is
the wording.
the wording.
Yeah.
It's the only thing we're criticizing, and that's just because we're being like super uppity about it.
Yeah, yeah. I'll take care of that, and I need to calm the students and staff. The sooner we normalize the situation, the better. James, maybe you could talk to Miss Rivers for now? She was Avalyn's coach and mentor. Perhaps she can tell you something. So we're talking to this bitch.
Yep. Standoffish bitch.
I don't mind, but I'd also like to examine the spot where the body was found. Sam, could you please show James the pool and changing room? I'll join you later.
I seriously thought when they said something about when the students, when you first walk in the academy, but like they were like, oh, if he was my teacher, like I'd attend all his classes. I thought she was gonna make you go undercover as a teacher at the school.
I
I was like, please don't. And then she was like, you have 4 days. And I was like, undercover as a teacher for 4 days?
Doesn't
With
work.
only 4 days to find out shit? Absolutely not. That's not gonna work.
Oh,
It's gonna
for
be
sure.
like super hard.
Do you want to be on
But no,
camera?
you're actually sure. But no, you're actually gonna be like investigating. You're gonna be doing your detective job.
Nice.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Sure, no problem. Nika, take your time. I'll talk to Miss Rivers and Avalyn's classmates. It's just Sam for you. Oh, first name basis. Sam gave me a slight wink with an unexpected playfulness that didn't at all match her previous series.
I don't like it.
I don't either.
I felt that, a little earthquake. You felt it all the way from over there?
Look at her face.
I know.
Oh
like-
wait, I'm blocking it. Look at her face.
Yeah. Put it over there in the top left corner. Yeah.
Alright. You know, I could probably move it up like that a little bit. It wouldn't really hurt anything.
Yeah. 'Cause,
Alright.
Yeah.
Most of the faces are over here.
Yeah. If you want, you could probably even make it smaller.
Yeah.
Just a smidge. Yeah, like that. Because there have been a couple panels over on that side, but there's
Yeah.
not usually anything
Right there.
visually right there that you need to look at.
Yeah. Nika's reaction was barely noticeable, just a slight tension in her jawline and a fleeting pause before she nodded and turned to leave. Do you see her hands?
Yeah, she's
Jealous.
either trying to get under the principal's skin, or she's trying to throw you off. Sorry, I'm not trying to move
No, you're good. Well, next scene, the people are going to be behind you. I know, right? It's gonna be terrible.
you. There's already multiple faces back here. I don't know what else you're expecting.
You been over here.
Yeah, I know.
A visible spark of tension seemed to flash between the two women. Something I couldn't help but notice. Seems like Nika is jealous? I don't think it's jealousy. I followed Nika with my eyes and then hurried to catch up with Sam, who was already moving in the opposite direction.
Definitely gonna be able to romance Nika. Definitely.
Oh, for sure. I should have complimented her earlier.
Well, you know, if you decide to give it more of a in-depth playthrough once it's released, you can.
In silence, we walked down the corridor and descended to the first floor. The fire alarm had already quieted, but a faint scent of smoke still lingered in the air. I was only able to ask her 3 questions.
I had a feeling it was going to be 3. They gave you 5, and I was like, you're probably only going to be able to ask like 3.
Yeah. The coach kept one step ahead, leading me through the labyrinth of corridors. Her confident gait and posture, perfect posture, unmistakably revealed a person for whom sport was a way of life, not just a profession. We passed several turns, went through double doors, and found ourselves in a spacious room with a high ceiling. The smell of chlorine immediately hit my nose. Nice. Here we are, the champion's home. The coach's voice softened, taking on playful notes. So you're not the police? Then where are you from? Curiosity flickered in her eyes. She looked at me, her head tilted as if trying to solve a puzzle. Like, is he gonna figure out I murdered her? I'm more of a security consultant. Miss Preston invited me in as a something. I missed it. Independent expert. Security consultant sounds mysterious. She
Please
took
don't
a step
talk like
toward
that.
me, closing the distance. A mysterious man in a perfect suit and handsome too, just like in the movies. She's winking again. I don't like this.
I don't like it either.
I want to examine the changing room where the body was found. Could you show me? She nodded at me and headed toward a door on the right of the hall. I followed her, trying to focus on the case and not on her overt flirting. The changing room looked as usual. Rows of metal lockers, wooden benches, and a few shower rails. As usual?
Shower stalls. As it would usually look.
I know, but I'm...
Yeah.
Shower stalls.
I would have said looked normal.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, that's how a locker room is supposed to look. I mean, I'm sure it looks upscale. It's probably huge. It's probably, like,
Oh, yeah.
really fancy showers, really nice lockers, all that kind of stuff. But looked normal would probably be a better word choice there.
Yeah. I carefully examined the room, trying to understand what could
have happened here yesterday.
I didn't see the have. I was like, what?
What could have happened?
What could happen? I was
Could
like, wait,
have.
what? Could have happened here
Also,
yesterday.
I will say, one thing that bothers me in, like, games and voiced over shit is that they never do, what is it called? Not abbreviated words, like, what the fuck are they called?
Hyphens?
With the apostrophe, like, they say
Hyphens.
do not instead of don't.
Hyphens.
They never put it in there, and I'm like, please, what normal person does that? Like, what normal person says could not instead of couldn't? Or, like, all the time, every time. Like, I get it if it's, like, a character quirk, but make it a character quirk for that specific character and not for every fucking one.
Conjunctions.
Be gone, you foul.
Oh yeah, hyphens are not right.
It's
Conjunctions.
conjunctions. That's the word. Thank you.
Yeah.
For some reason, I kept trying to say consonants, and I was like, that is not the right term.
Be gone, you foul harlot. We are celibate.
We're really good at pretending to be dumb and, what is the word? Oblivious.
Us? Oh.
Us. Us. Yeah.
What is Evelyn's locker number? 17.
Same as her age.
She answered without a second's hesitation. Does the coach know the locker numbers of all of her students or just a select few? She may have looked into it because she died.
Not necessarily. I mean, it is a valid question. Like,
Yeah.
why does she know it off the top
Yeah.
of her head? 'Cause she answered immediately.
Yeah. I looked around the room again, trying to see something that might offer a clue. 17 right there. Oh, am I supposed to click on stuff? Yeah, I am. My gaze slid over the rows of lockers and stopped at a schedule attached to the side of the locker. Okay. I stepped closer to get a better look at the notes. I can't pause it. I can. Okay. Training. Annie was Thursday. Is that today?
No. Saturday is the day she died, so today is Sunday. Okay, so yeah.
So
Evelyn's
Evelyn
last
was on
transition.
Monday. Evelyn was on Wednesday.
And her last one was 4 p.m. on Friday.
But she died Saturday.
And nobody was on the... And so, Friday, Annie Harper was the one who was there before her.
Or maybe
The hour
today's
before her.
Saturday, and she died Friday. Where Mickey
She died
and
Friday.
Annie were.
She died Friday evening, probably, and
So
they were
today's
found Saturday.
Found Saturday.
Or,
No,
like, found Saturday
Annie found
evening.
her.
Annie, you know, I'm saying, or today's Saturday. No, because they said, what was she doing there, at, like, so and so at a time on Saturday?
Is this my romance?
Your relationship.
I can romance the children.
Relationship with Mickey, 1. Because you helped her.
Yeah. Okay. 0 with me.
So I think I don't know.
I think
But-
today's Saturday.
Yeah. And then Annie next. Saturday is empty. That's unusual.
Mm-hmm.
Because what were they doing there if they didn't have a training session?
Right.
And then the next training session and the only person on Sunday is Annie for the latest time.
Yeah.
That's suspicious.
That is suspicious. Avalon's last training session was at 4 p.m. on Friday, but yesterday at the pool there should have been an individual training session with Annie Harper. The Sunday entry stood out. It was written in a blue marker while the rest of the schedule was in black, clearly added later. I think she changed from here to here.
Maybe.
Okay, is there anything else I can find?
Click on the row of lockers behind maybe or something over there. No? Okay. Bench.
Oh, this. My gaze stopped at a thick water pipe running along the ceiling. So that's where they found her? Yep, that's the only place for hanging here.
See, that's just cold.
Yeah. Sam instinctively reached for her neck, massaging her tense muscles, a physical sign of emotional discomfort.
I love that they're pointing that shit out.
Mm-hmm. I wonder why this game is a romance simulator / dating simulator / romance, but there's underage people. Interesting. Slowly dials 911. Taking my medication because it's girl dinner. Yes.
My
However-
grandmother's a candied apple.
Mine was cake.
I mean, I had a sandwich earlier. It was a damn good sandwich. But
That was at like 4 though.
no, that was. Oh yeah, no, that was at 4.
But you ate a lot.
For once, yeah. And then I'm eating this apple too, and I had lunch earlier today. I say lunch. I had like 2 corn dogs from Sonic.
I had 2 grits this morning and then I didn't eat till 4. However, her face remained surprisingly calm for someone talking about the death of her student. Maybe she's looked into psychology and physical
No, I'm thinking
distress
because
signs.
no, I'm thinking because okay. Hold on, because he said she was rubbing her muscles, her neck muscles, as if they were tense. Try the bench. The bench just lit up. Said that that's a physical sign of emotional discomfort, and yet she's talking so coldly about the death of the student. So something's causing her emotional discomfort. But I doubt it's the death of the
student.
I doubt it. I don't think it's the death of the student.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that, because she busted in to the office and was like kind of trying to hide shit from the principal, like trying not to like limit his ability to look into shit.
Yeah.
So, and also it seemed like she didn't really like the girl anyways
Yeah,
when
maybe.
she was talking about her, because she called her the girl.
Yeah.
Not Evelyn, not this, like whatever. She called her the girl.
Uh-huh.
So I'm getting the feeling that was a good one. I'm getting the feeling that she's uncomfortable because she didn't like the girl.
And
died.
she may be thinking
I think
why
they're
it's
trying-
why everyone's making such a big deal about it.
Yeah, I think I think what it is that she's uncomfortable because she didn't like the girl. She had an issue with her for whatever reason.
Turn that down just a little bit. I think the music's a little low.
That's the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah. Finding nothing of interest, I crouched down to look under the bench. At that moment, I felt a piercing gaze on me. Change your position, bitch. Turning around, I noticed Sam quickly avert her eyes, but not fast enough for me to miss her gaze fixed on my butt.
Just fucking squat. Who bends over like that?
Didn't she leave a note? A note? Nah, nothing like that. And why would she? It's not her style. Why do you think so? Even when she was alive, that girl barely opened her mouth. I drilled her in the pool for 3 years, and in all that time, we might have exchanged a couple of phrases beyond swim faster and keep your back straight. Kevin said, I bend over like that. And Mango said, listen, don't judge me.
I'm judging. Also, the way she worded that and the sentence before, could you pull up the transcript? The way she worded that is like, sounds irritated.
Girl barely opened her mouth.
That girl.
That may have been how I read it.
Yeah, but
but
like that girl.
Yeah. No, I would have read it like that. I would have said it like that.
Yeah, the way the way that's worded, she did not give a fuck about that girl.
No, definitely
She did not give a fuck. Like she had issues with this girl for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems to be that the issue was that she wouldn't talk, or
Yeah.
she kept to herself.
Yeah.
And because she seems like an outgoing type of person, so she might have had a problem with Evelyn because she didn't talk. She wouldn't talk or respond. And also, she's a coach, and some coaches are really into the whole like I'll respect you if you respect me thing.
Yeah.
So that might also be lending to it.
Yeah. I think I'm one of those coaches.
She seems kind of like an asshole.
She does. Maybe she owed her lunch money, hence why she doesn't like her.
I don't know. Maybe the coach was stealing her lunch money.
Could be.
She's a bully.
Look at that hair. She got it done somewhere. It's like a Brazilian blowout type. She was, how should I put it, reserved. For her, there was only the pool, the stopwatch, and the result. Now the locker. I approached locker number 17 and examined it. Towel, flip-flops. It was an ordinary metal locker, no different from the others, with a small blue towel and flip-flops inside. Sam Rivers didn't take her eyes off me, her sneaker tapping nervously on the tiled floor. Oh? Maybe we should move to my office to continue our talk? No, I quite like examining. Because there's something that's going to be given away if she's doing that. Okay, I think I'm done
Well, to
here.
be fair, the only things in the locker were a towel and
He should have,
the
like,
shoes. He should have
shifted
looked in the
through it.
towel. He should have looked in the towel, unfolded the towel. Yeah, that's definitely good.
The coach's
Damn,
office
she's
was
moving
small.
fast.
Yeah. The coach's office was small but comfortable. The cabinets full of trophies and walls covered with photos of smiling girls with medals around their necks. Hold on, let me see the back of your hair. I forgot to look at your undercut that I did.
Take a picture and show it to me.
It doesn't look good at all.
It doesn't?
No. It, like, all washed up. So, it just looks brown. With, like, maybe a little bit of purple. So, I'll have to...
To be fair, my normal hair does not like to take any color.
Yeah. That might be why it washed out so much.
That's probably also part of it.
Mine doesn't either.
I did use water that was a little warmer than I had meant to, but once I started spraying my hair, and then my head was like water was pouring out my head, and I was like, it's too late to change it.
Too late now.
It's too late to change it. It's fine.
Photos of smiling girls with medals around their necks. In the corner was a small sofa, and the center of the room was occupied by a desk piled with folders and papers.
That is not piled.
That is not. I settled onto the sofa, and Sam headed towards the coat rack and began pulling off her sweatshirt. Oh? Why? Put it back on. That face? After running around the corridors, I feel like I've had a good workout. Heated and sweaty. I urgently need to do something about it.
Maybe you should go take an ice bath.
Yeah, you're known for those. Bro, those titties look so fake.
Yeah.
That shirt does not... What shirt
She looks like
clings
she should be
that?
like a drill sergeant type
Yeah.
with shoulders like that.
You blame Liz
grooming
for the
begins.
messed up dye. That's what happened. I did mess it up. The grooming begins.
Oh, gooning. The gooning begins.
Oh.
We are celibate!
Sam pulls the zipper down and slowly, almost demonstratively, took off her sweatshirt.
Also, can I just say that
Look around.
Can I just say that sweatpants don't rise up that high?
And they don't look like
They're
that.
not high rise like that. Neither are track pants. They're supposed to be like mid-low waisted. They're comfy. Who pulls them up like that? That's just insane. Those are over her fucking belly button.
Yeah. Should we just look around since we
Yeah.
are celibate?
We are celibate. We look around.
While Sam was distracted, I took the opportunity to look around quickly. Among the scattered documents, I noticed a glass of water and a carelessly left box of pills. Okay. I instantly recognized the distinctive green and yellow box of Alcofix, a popular hangover remedy I often saw in pharmacies.
She's a drunk.
Judging by the not yet dry drops on the table, the pills were taken quite recently. Interesting. So Sam wasn't exactly sober last night. There you go. A sports coach at an elite school.
She got drunk last night and doesn't remember what happened. And then the girl was found dead. She was probably doing some fuck shit. They probably got
She
into
probably
an argument.
drowned her.
No, she was hung, remember?
Yeah, but she probably drowned her and then hung her up.
Well, if the killers go into all this trouble to try to cover it up, I'm assuming they were smart enough to not have drowned her.
That's true.
Because, hanging somebody is premeditated.
That's true.
So they went into this prepared.
That's true. Sam settled into the opposite chair, crossing one leg over the other and leaning slightly forward. Her gaze was fixed directly on me as if she was trying to read my thoughts. They hung her up to dry.
And also, it's really easy to tell. Like, there's a major difference between someone who drowned and someone who
That's true.
asphyxiated.
That's true. So, where were we? When we were in the principal's office, you said you weren't surprised Evelyn killed herself. Why?
I appreciate how they're giving you most of the questions for
Mhm.
free.
Me too. Even though I'm her coach, and I shouldn't say this, Evelyn Frost was a very odd girl. Why? But when I got my braces off, they left glue on it.
It'll come off eventually.
I never saw her smile. Can you believe it? Not once. Even when she broke the school record at competitions. No joy. Just a nod.
She's probably under a lot of pressure at home.
But Evelyn was a damn talented swimmer. I had high hopes for her and planned to make her an Olympic champion. Interesting. She talks about Evelyn like a lost chance at glory, not a deceased student. Lately, have you noticed any changes in Evelyn's behavior? Perhaps she seemed depressed or upset? Hard to say. It was never clear what this girl was feeling.
That first part was very loud, and then you got much quieter on the second one.
I do that a lot.
Because you took a deep breath in, and then didn't even exhale a single bit, and it, like, all rushed out. Because you took a deep breath in and held it, and then, like, it exploded out of you. So, exhale a little bit.
That's what I end up doing a lot of the time. She'd come in, train hard, and leave, all in silence with a stony face. You know, I always felt that swimming wasn't her choice. Her parents probably pushed her and consistently demanded results.
Constantly.
She probably just got tired at some point.
Although those are pretty similar words. Spelling and meaning-wise.
And what was her relationship with her teammates like? The girls, of course, gave her dirty looks, but they didn't bully her. They were mutually indifferent to each other, I'd say. Although they trained together, it was hard to call them a team. I wanted to clarify one more thing. Where did Evelyn get the rope she used to hang herself? Sam frowned slightly and quickly looked around. I'm sorry, Kit Kat.
She's uncomfy.
She probably snatched it from here, from the coach's office. I have a few ropes for training. Shouldn't the coach's office be locked? There was never a need, before all this mess, of course. But you just opened the door with a key when we came in. A fleeting look of confusion crossed Sam's face, which she instantly hid behind a playful smile. Detective, are you suspecting me of something? Yes.
That's a hell of a way to be suspicious.
Of course I started locking doors after what happened. Didn't you go to the pool last night? On Sunday night? Is it Monday? Wait! So, today's Monday. Last night was Sunday night. And
But she died
Annie-
Saturday.
But Annie was the only one at the pool on Sunday.
At 4 p.m.
At 4 p.m.
This is I think earlier midday. But like, okay, hold on. They said she died Saturday. And that you traveled overnight to get there. Maybe it was worded weirdly and she died Saturday and it's Monday now. And yesterday was Sunday. Maybe the wording is inconsistent.
Yeah. I don't know, it's confusing.
It is a little confusing.
I certainly love sports, but not that much. Sam leaned forward, gazing intently into my eyes, the corners of her lips slightly upturned in a faint smile. Last night I was bored to tears in my double bed. You know, at moments like that, you really feel how big it is for one person. So
Jesus
I
Christ.
think you could help me with that little problem.
Please. Please.
We
Horn
are
dog.
celibate!
Horn dog!
We are celibate! A detective with such abilities surely knows how to entertain a lady when she's lonely.
Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go shave my head. I'm a monk now.
Thought you were serious. I was like, okay.
Change the subject. I don't like her.
I don't either. We are not flirting. I'm afraid I'm strictly here for work, Sam. I currently focused my attention.
I have currently focused my attention on the
Well, maybe that's what you
investigation.
should.
That's what they should be.
Kevin says she definitely wants to see my rock collection. I deliberately sat up straight in my chair to create a distance between us. He was sitting on the couch.
Yeah, some of the wording's not consistent.
I think I don't have any more questions for you today.
There should be I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think I have any more questions for you today. That just flows better. And it's more
I
like
don't have any more. I don't think I have any more. Yeah, I don't think I have any more questions for you today. Although, no, I do have one. Actually, no, I do have one. Could you tell me where I can find Annie Harper? Sam's eyebrows rose and a flicker of surprise mixed with wariness crossed her face. Is that surprise and wariness? Harper? Why do you need her?
Well,
She hardly communicated with Evelyn.
the yellow lines. Those mean like surprise or you're startled, and then the color, that dark color on the face is usually like irritation or like distress.
Ah.
Usually like something indicative of distress in manga.
Annie found the body. At least I need to understand why she went to the pool at that time. Maybe she knew something. That girl is most likely in her room right now. The student dormitory is in the east wing. Well, we can't really go to the rooms. She put her jacket back on.
He's probably gonna.
She rose
have
from the chair,
principal
took her
go
sweatshirt from the hanger, and put it back on. Oh, she was trying to seduce me! I'll show you the way. The school is big. It's easy to get lost. Night, Mango!
Night.
We stepped into the corridor. The building was gradually filling up with students and staff. The girls were returning in groups, chatting quietly to each other. Sam confidently led me through the hall to the side wing of the building. Is there a place to see exactly where I'm at?
I'm at? No, probably not. Most games like this don't really have maps.
Oh, there's 4 languages. Can I turn this down? Oh, I can! I turned it down and now it's like gone.
I'm kind of invested.
I'll keep them up. Might as well. Sam confidently led me through the hall to the side wing of the building. At our appearance, conversations immediately died down and all the students' attention turned to us. One of the girls, as she walked past, looked at Sam and me with curiosity. Her eyes swept over me with undisguised interest, but when she met the coach's stern, warning gaze, she immediately looked away and quickened her pace. We ascended the spacious staircase to the 2nd floor, where the corridor branched in several directions. The student rooms are in the east wing. The girls live in pairs. We group them by their focus, sports girls and nerds. It's easier to monitor them and avoid schedule confusion that way. Schedule. Harper's roommate is currently in a chemistry class. Sam lowered her voice and leaned closer, her eyes sparkling playfully. By the way, I live not far from here, room 91, just around the corner, just in case you need extra information or something a bit stronger than coffee after a hard day.
Okay.
So she's just actively advertising that she's drinking, or drinks often. Or she meant she was harder, so she's got a dick.
That's a man! No wonder you're such a hard dog!
That's a man! Sam smiled slightly. My answer seemed to satisfy her. What did I say?
I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, okay. As we walked down the corridor, I noticed that the room doors had numbers, some of them decorated with stickers or drawings. Finally, Sam stopped in front of door 63. There were no decorations on it, just a small metal plate with the number. Should have been 69. Here we are. The coach knocked briefly. There was no answer. Is that a pin in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? She knocked again
Good
a little more
question.
insistently. Maybe the girls haven't returned after the evacuation yet. We were about to leave when a quiet rustling sounded from behind the door. A couple of seconds later, the door cracked open a few centimeters. Annie, may we come in? The girl silently opened the door wider, letting us in.
No, she does kind of look like, she looks like someone. Have you ever seen Taradara? It's so cute. She looks like the main character from Taradara. Look it up. Look it up. Look it up.
Is that the chick with the two, the
I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up. Hold on.
Because
She looks just fucking like her.
I know who you're
She
talking
looks
about.
just fucking like her.
I think I know who you're talking about. Maybe Sam got the wrong door and we accidentally walked into a junior high student's room? Is he saying that because it's messy? Bro, have some
She looks
class.
just like her.
Oh, that's not who it was. Wait, that might be...
She looks just like her. Just like her. They're fucking twins. I love this show. It's cute.
I was thinking of the kid with the two pigtails. With the black ball and the white ball. Curly hair. School uniform. Let me see.
I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know what that's from.
Anime with pink hair, pigtails, and black and white balls.
Oh, you mean Juno?
Maybe?
From, what's it called? What's it called? Danganronpa?
Maybe. Juno Dangan... I don't know how to spell that. Junko. Yes, this one. I thought you were talking about that one.
yeah. Yeah,
I've
she
seen
does seem like a bitch like that.
Yeah.
She's evil.
This chick. BT dubs. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Okay. Balls?
The little bear clips she's got on her pigtails.
Yeah. The girl's head barely reached my chest, but the coach wasn't surprised. This is a 16-year-old. She's so tiny, it's hard to believe she's a high school senior, much less a swimmer. So she is a high school senior, but she's 16. Annie, this is Mr. Crofton. He's here to talk to us about Avalon. But if you don't want to, you don't have to talk to anyone. We understand. Oh, she kind of does have to talk to someone. A brief exchange of glances between Annie and Sam didn't escape my attention. Oh, they're making eyes. My job has taught me to see what's hidden from the naked eye, and I could discern the signs of inner tension in the girl's posture. Discern, sorry. Annie's shoulders subtly tensed. Her breathing became more measured, as if she was consciously controlling it, and her pupils slightly dilated. Oh, she must be in love with me. Her face showed indifference, but her body betrayed either aversion or fear. I'm fine. I'm ready. Sam smiled, but there was something unnatural, forced, about it. The coach leaned slightly toward the girl, lowering her voice to an almost intimate whisper. Okay, if you feel uncomfortable, please don't hesitate to discuss it with me. You know I won't let anyone hurt you. Annie nodded silently, clenching her teeth so tightly that her cheekbones bulged. I don't think that works like that. Thank you for showing me the way, Miss Rivers. Please leave. The coach left the room, quietly closing the door behind her. Annie and I were alone. There was silence in the room. Annie stood, arms crossed, looking at me with defiance. Despite her petite stature, she somehow managed to look menacing. The air in the room seemed charged with her tension. No, she doesn't.
She's got her arms crossed.
That's definitely
And
tension.
she looks very,
I decided not to rush things and let her get used to my presence. And very what?
And the look on her face, she's very, like, standoffish.
Yeah. I have a hangnail.
Like, I really don't want to be talking to you right now.
Yeah. That makes sense. Most people don't want to talk to
Also, I'm wondering which side of the room is hers. Cause one's very like utilitarian, like there's nothing going on, and then the other side, posters, shit all over the bed.
It might be
I
her
think
shit
it's
all
hers
over the
because
opposite
look
bed.
at I think that's her bed, her side of the room, because look at her tie, like her uniform, like it's together enough because it's a uniform, but like also at the same time her tie is undone. Her hair is messy. Her collar is up and not folded properly.
Yeah. Her hair is under it too. I unobtrusively scanned the room, noting a curious detail. The room seemed to be divided by an invisible line into two completely different territories. The left half was in meticulous order, a made bed, even rows of books, a clean desk, and everything neatly arranged. The right side sharply contrasted, clothes on a chair, textbooks scattered around, and above the bed, a wall covered with horror movie posters. I'll bet the mess is Annie's territory, judging by her wrinkled collar and crooked tie. The girl is not the type to fold her socks by color. Mind if I sit down? Suit yourself. Annie dismissively waved her hand toward the neatly made bed, but she remained standing. How are you feeling, Annie? I know it's hard to get through this. That face. How do you think I feel? I found my classmate's body and now everyone's asking me questions as if it's my fault. Do you even have any idea what it's like?
Okay, so the face discoloration is discomfort, and yet those eyebrows say anger. So this is sus. This is really sus. This is really, really sus. She could have killed Evelyn out of jealousy. I mean, at this point, it's too early to even really make a guess at it. I mean, it's definitely possible. And also, her fist is clenched.
I see that. Yeah, her fist is clenched.
So, like, you know, and also she's avoiding looking at you.
I feel like she's
looking away.
Right now.
She's looking. No, she was looking at you in the screen before. When she was just making her normal like standoffish face. But here she's looking off to the side.
Oh, hey, look.
Oh, nice.
Those are my saves.
Nice. But now she's looking off to the side. So yeah, no, she definitely doesn't want to be talking about this.
Yeah. Annie abruptly turned to the window and took a deep breath, trying to calm down. So she was very angry.
She could just genuinely be irritated. Like rolling her eyes, basically.
When she turned back to me, her face expressed a mixture of irritation and fatigue. And that stupid fire alarm. The school is on edge, and I can't even get any sleep. I understand you're going through a tough time. Can you tell me how close you were to Evelyn? A tough time? Are you sure you're not a psychologist? I already told them I don't need a shrink. No, I'm not a psychologist. I'm here to figure out what happened. My job right now is to talk to Evelyn's inner circle. If you need her inner circle, you've got the wrong door and should go to Sophie. We weren't friends with Evelyn. Why? You were on the same swimming team, and classmates too, weren't you? Annie rolled her eyes as if I had asked the stupidest question in the world. She plopped down on the edge of the bed opposite, showing her irritation. Being on the same team doesn't mean you have to be friends with everyone. Why would I do it? We had nothing in common but the pool. She had eyes like a dead fish, always silent, staring at everyone. She liked to stick her nose where it didn't belong. What do you mean by stick her nose where it didn't belong? Annie's reaction was immediate. Her eyes widened as if she had just realized she'd said those words aloud.
Okay, real quick. I feel like there's a bunch of stuff that goes on, like, that gets swept under the rug at this academy, like stuff they're not really supposed to be doing, but they do anyways. Because it's an all-girls school, and it's a very small one. I say it's a huge school itself, but I'm assuming the student body is not very big.
Yeah.
So, and they have to live with their fucking teachers.
Yeah.
They live in the same building as their teachers. I mean,
I'm sure the teachers don't want to be hard.
And they're not allowed to leave campus either.
Yeah.
Not until they graduate. So I feel like there's a lot of stuff that goes on that's just not talked about, and that might be what's making some of the characters uncomfortable. Like the coach being like alcoholic or drinking or whatever. Yeah. Like she's hungover right now.
Yeah.
So don't ever do that again. I did not like that.
What did he do? Did he reach your toes?
He rubbed his ear on my toe. But like he did it in a way that my toe went in his ear. Abel, that was disgusting. Don't ever do that again. That was assault. I'm pressing charges. I am pressing
He's
charges.
looking at me for help.
Yeah, I'm talking about you. There is no help.
It's funny.
But yeah, I feel like
That might be why they're uncomfortable a lot.
yeah, and like also this is a random stranger they don't know poking into their business.
Yeah,
So everybody's got stuff they don't want people to know.
that's true. Panic, confusion, and finally, irritation flashed across her face. She abruptly sat up straight and clenched her fists. Nothing in particular, it's just, some people always notice everything, remember it, and then use it against you. She was like that.
Yep, she did something she wasn't supposed to.
She studied everyone like bugs under a microscope.
She was just observant.
Kit, are you gonna hiss at him? You hiss at Apollo but not Abel? What's wrong with you?
She just woke up from a nap. She's a tired old lady. Leave her alone. I'm a tired old lady.
There's some backstory behind those words, but will Annie share it? She doesn't seem friendly with me right now.
Oh, some of the stuff you need to, you might need to unlock certain information
that's
by
why you gotta...
getting up, being friendly with them.
Oh, did Evelyn have conflicts with anyone? Perhaps with some of her classmates or your coach? Nothing like that. Did you see her yesterday afternoon? Maybe she looked depressed or worried about something. I told you, we didn't talk. I didn't see her. Anyways, I don't keep track of what people do. I have enough worries of my own. I took out my notepad from my inner pocket and made a brief note. The sound of a pencil on paper was too loud in the quiet room. Annie fidgeted on the bed, her gaze darting to the notepad and back to my face. Let's see what he said. What did I write?
I don't know. One of the leading contenders for the grant, competition for the grant.
Oh, her name was... This is Mickey. That's right. I forgot.
Sam? Was there any more information on Sam? Did that update?
Oh.
Lives in
Sam
room
was
91.
drunk on the night of Evelyn's death.
Mhm.
Lives in 91.
It might not update until you're through the encounter.
That makes sense. They told me you found Evelyn in the changing room. Why did you need to go to the pool at 10 in the evening on Sunday? Annie froze. The silence in the room grew tense, broken only by the ticking of a clock on the wall. Seconds stretched into an eternity before she finally reacted. The girl jumped off the bed, her face contorted with anger. Despite her petite stature, Annie looked intimidating. Are you accusing me of something? Who even are you, a cop? I don't see your badge. You have no right to interrogate me. Aren't you too small to talk like that?
I'm just trying to understand what happened.
Responding to her aggression with reproach is pointless. I'm unlikely to achieve anything. Annie Harper's like a feral kitten that's used to a human hand hitting, not petting, so it hisses at everyone. To get information, I need to remain calm and not take her attacks personally.
This is just a personal thing, but I kind of wish, I know it's in italics, but I kind of wish that his thoughts to himself only had one apostrophe and not the quotes, not the quotations.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's an easier way to...
Yeah, 2 quotes are speaking out loud.
Yeah, 2 quotes is
One
like,
is
it
internal.
indicates someone's speaking, and so it
One is
it
internal
really
quotes.
should just be the apostrophes at either end.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he did the conjunction.
Fucking finally!
You're right. It's not an interrogation. I'm just trying to piece together the events. If I've asked an uncomfortable question, we can move on to another topic. I'm not here to accuse anyone, but to understand what happened. Annie blinked, not expecting that reaction. Her shoulders relaxed slightly, though her gaze was still weary. She slowly sat back down on the bed, looking away and avoiding eye contact. When she spoke, her voice was softer, uncertainty sweeping through her feigned rudeness.
CB, can you pull up the thing real quick?
Yeah.
I wanna look at that. Where was it? Still wary. Okay, cool. I wanted to, you said wary, and then you said changed it to weary, and I was like, well, which one did they put? Because those are different things.
They said wary.
Yeah, wary means like on guard. Weary,
Mhm.
weary, is like tired.
Mm-hmm.
So
Weary
I was
can
like,
also be used interchangeably with wary. Not officially, but
no,
some books do
absolutely not. Some people do it, but it's not. They are not interchangeable. They're different things.
yeah.
Wary is like a stray cat, like a feral cat coming up to get food off of from a person.
Mm-hmm.
Weary is like you get home from work and you pass out as soon as you lay down.
Yeah.
Those are not the same thing.
could be used.
It's like people put in draws instead of drawers for like chest of drawers.
Yeah.
For me,
Yeah.
that
makes
level of
sense.
irritation for me. Words that are not interchangeable being used interchangeably bothers me very much. So. Told you.
Yeah. Trying to get like. My hair is itchy. I've seen books that use it, so it's weird.
It's a spelling error.
And I thought it
it's
said
grammatical.
I thought it said weary.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So that's why you, and I figured that's why you changed it to weary after you said wary, and then I was like, wait a minute, I need to scroll that back and see if they did
Said
that
it or
right.
not.
Because I was gonna say if they did, that is a critique. The wording.
I forgot my towel in the changing room. I wanted to wash it before tomorrow's training. Nothing special. I just went in and I found her. I'm sorry I was rude. It's just this whole situation. You know, Evelyn might have been a bit odd, but she was still a nice girl. Thanks for being honest, Annie. If you remember anything else or need to talk to someone, call me anytime. Day or night. It doesn't matter. I took a business card from the inner pocket of my jacket and handed it to her. Annie took the card and nodded silently, tucking it into her uniform pocket. Where's my space? There it is. I stood up and headed to the exit. Headed to leave would be better. Headed to leave the room.
Went to leave.
Went to leave the room.
Because headed and leave.
Said headed to the exit.
Yeah, headed to the exit is okay. It is a bit. It's a choice.
It's a choice.
It's a choice. But headed to leave.
Mm-hmm.
You said what did you say? Headed to leave.
Headed to leave. Or headed to leave the room.
What did I say? I forgot that fast.
I don't remember. It could be made.
Went to leave. I said
Went to
went
leave.
to leave.
Could
Went
be
to
made
leave just feels like a. Made to leave also would work. Headed feels a little clunky in that sentence because it's such a short one.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Quietly closing the door behind me, I stepped into the corridor. At that moment, my phone vibrated in my pocket. I was gonna say hallway. Girls' room numbers. Number 63. In temperature 63.
Number. That's an abbreviation for number.
I know, but the O looks like
Yeah.
the temperature sign. Annie Harper and Mickey Elderwood. Number 65. Evelyn Frost and Sophie Williams. Number 73. Vivian Devereaux. Devereaux. I took out my phone and saw a message from Nika. Well, I've already talked to Annie. Mickey wasn't in her room, so now I... Wait, no, that was Mickey. Oh, it didn't update. I was looking at the wrong thing. So now I can go see Sophie Williams, Evelyn's roommate. Nika said they were friends. So did... What's her
Her
face?
name was misspelled. Evelyn's name was misspelled on the text message. It said Evelyn, not Evelyn.
I wish I could go back and click it.
Because the I was capitalized. There was no A in front of it.
It did.
Mm-hmm.
Lives in room 63, roommate of Annie. That's all he wrote down?
Mm-hmm.
Lives alone in room 73. 65, roommate of Evelyn. Now that may have been a choice, or it may have been a mistake.
I think it was an accident. Her name might have been like Evelyn, and then they changed it to Evelyn.
Yeah. Ooh. It's so itchy. I want to scratch it.
Don't.
I will not.
You can rotate it. Don't scratch it.
They actually told me not to rotate it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I was told to rotate it so it doesn't like grow closed around it, and it doesn't get stuck.
I think they told me not to rotate it so I don't irritate the cartilage.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, like, don't rotate it all the time, but like every so often, like maybe like once a day or something, like rotate it like a smidge, not like a fuck ton, just like a few times, just to make sure it's not growing into your skin.
Mhm.
Like your skin's not healing around it. Basically, was what I was told to do.
I don't know. I got mine done by.
That's what at least that's what I was told to do for these when I got them pierced.
I
and
was
so
told to
just
do that
did
for
the same
these, but I was told not to do it for the cartilage.
Well, I was doing it a little bit with the cartilage, like I like rotated just a little bit, just because I was paranoid about that kind of shit. And it was my first cartilage piercing, so I was like, you know what, fuck it,
Yeah.
I'll fuck with it.
I got mine pierced by nurses, so they said not to. And it was very expensive.
Yeah.
Very expensive.
Jesus, I don't want to know.
Very expensive. I straightened my tie and moved down the corridor to room number 65.
Yeah, the underline under the O for number is how you know the difference between number and the temperature thing.
Ah,
And also the temperature symbol is usually after numbers, not letters.
that makes sense. Okay. When I reached the door, I knocked. No one answered. I waited a few seconds before I knocked again, a little louder. Silence. I tried the door handle. The door was locked. Why would you try the door handle of a girl's dorm? Sophie must be in class or just doesn't want to see anyone after everything that happened. After reviewing the list again, I decided to visit the room of a student named Vivian Devereaux. The girl's last name seemed vaguely familiar to me. I continued down the corridor past identical doors with simple number plates, but when I reached door number 73, I saw it didn't look like the others. Below the number was an elegant drawing of a crowned lion. Judging by the style and technique, it was a family crest. I knocked on the door and almost immediately a female voice answered from within. Come in.
It might have been like, come in.
Could have
Like
been.
it's supposed to be drawn out I, but that is a weird way to do that.
Should be I tilde.
Yeah, or like the little, like cursive dash after.
Mm-hmm. That's the tilde.
I don't know. I didn't know the name for it.
Tilde. This thing.
Yeah,
This is
the
the
thing.
tilde.
I didn't know it had a name. I mean, I figured it had a name. I just didn't. I was never told it.
Mm-hmm. Someone spoke about it to me once, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And they pulled it up. I was like, "Oh, the squiggly."
The squiggly. The worm.
The wave. Stepping into the room, I involuntarily froze in surprise. That's not what I meant to do.
Abel, you did it, not me.
The scene that unfolded before me didn't match the idea of a student room in a boarding school.
She's got her own room, by the way.
Yeah. Instead of typical school dormitory furnishings, I saw something more akin to a 5-star hotel room. Oh, and she's got...
Decorations.
She's so pale.
She is, yeah.
Her arms are
She
so
might be
small.
sick. Yeah.
I don't know, I'm trying to think. I think...
Those are some skinny ass arms.
Yeah.
She looks underfed,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
Yeah. In the center of the space on a large bed, I noticed the room's owner, an elegant girl in a silk robe surrounded by pillows. Vivian, ... She stretched gracefully, like a Disney princess who had just woken up. Daylight streamed through the translucent fabric of her robe, accentuating the curves of her figure. The girl hopped off the bed with the grace of a ballerina and took a step toward me. Hold on, how old is Vivian? 17. Miss Devereaux? The words slipped from my lips unexpectedly formal. Damn, why am I being so formal? She's Annie's age. But Annie looks like an ill-mannered junior high student, while Vivian looks like a young woman confident in her beauty and influence.
Actually, she's not Annie's age. Annie is 16.
No, they're
I swear to God, it said 16.
I thought she was 16 too. I think I was thinking of Mickey though.
Yeah, probably. You were flipping through them so fast earlier.
Yeah. I
Like, real quick. I was
Yeah.
like... I barely had time to see, like, age on most of those.
I think I read all of it though.
Classmate. It all says classmate and, like,
Yeah.
how old they are, so...
So, I was pretty fast. If it isn't a good time, I can come back later. It's alright. Please come in. Vivian gestured to a poof.
Probably that stool in front of the...
Poof.
Poof. I think.
And sat in a chair at the vanity table.
I don't know, I'm saying poof.
Poof.
I vote for poof.
Wait.
Ottoman. Yeah, it's that little chair stool thing right there.
Hold on. Not what I meant to click. Poof.
Poof. Yep, I was right. Poof.
You were right. Poof. That is a poof.
It's that little stool in front of her vanity.
Every movement she made was smooth and refined, as if she were playing a role in a well-rehearsed performance. I accepted the invitation and sat down on the fluffy pink poof, discreetly observing the room's details. A private room with a double bed and a vanity table for a student? Even an elite school has its hierarchy, and Vivian Devereaux is definitely at its top.
Told you, Queen Bee.
You're Mr. Crofton, aren't you? Please excuse my appearance. I didn't sleep well last night and dozed off. Vivian turned to me, crossing one leg over the other. Sunlight from the window lit up her profile, highlighting her flawless features.
I'm just gonna say she's
Suspicious.
I was just about to say, I'm just gonna say she's got the makeup of like a 20, 30-year-old woman.
She does.
Those eyelashes, that eyeliner, the lipstick, are you kidding me?
Maybe that's why he thinks she's a young woman.
It's not that
She dozed off in makeup, bro.
Yeah, it said she has, she's probably lying about that. It said she has what is it? I think it's like deportment or whatever, like the way you carry yourself. Like she holds herself like a much older person.
Yeah.
Like someone several years older than her. Like a young woman and not like a child like Annie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's I think part of it. She's supposed to be like a bit of a more mature character, I guess, but
Oh, you know what I can do? I can move this over here now that my face is over here. I hate that thing. Stop it! Cut! It's terrible. I hate when it does that. Does yours do that?
I think so sometimes, yeah.
I hate it. She is suspicious.
If you would grab it on either end and not from the middle and move it to the middle like that, because it's strictly in the middle. If you hover on the side of it,
like
it doesn't
over
do
here?
that. Not like that. Like on the side of the gray bar, you see where it ends? It doesn't do it that.
Okay. Charming or suspicious? She seems...
It seems a little sus, but not. I'm not getting any major red flags here, other than that, like she's trying to seem calm, cool, and collected, and then she probably isn't.
Charming then?
What does chat think? Charming or
Chat,
suspicious?
Charming or suspicious? What does Vivian Devereaux think?
What do we think of Vivian Devereaux?
What do we think of Vivian Devereaux?
Ad starts in 13 seconds.
Yay! Oh, I can snooze it. Snooze! Snooze! Yeah! Tell me! I snoozed ads for you guys.
Big stretch. Damn, it's like midnight.
Yeah, this is taking longer than I thought it would.
Yeah.
They said it would only take like an hour.
I guess they were assuming. Well, we have kept stopping and to talk about some of the word choice.
I choose
Criticize
suspicious.
Some of the word. Say suspicious. Okay. Your decision affected the relationship.
Did it say that?
Yeah.
No.
It popped up over here.
Ah.
Just
Of
a very
course,
small one.
I couldn't deny that Vivian Devereaux was an attractive girl, especially now wearing only that light, almost translucent robe as a 17-year-old. She could easily disarm any man, but not someone in my profession. We are celibate. Too many details didn't add up. Most girls her age would feel awkward being caught like that by a stranger, but not her.
I would say
that
caught
and
by
like
that, like caught by a stranger like that is usually how I would structure that sentence.
But even stranger is her story about napping during the day. If she really was sleeping, where did her flawless hairstyle and makeup come from?
My point exactly.
And how did she not wake up when the entire school was in an uproar because of the fire alarm? Perhaps another man would fall for this story, but not me. We are celibate. There was a fire alarm recently. Didn't that wake you up? I saw no point in reacting. The fire was in a different wing. It doesn't make sense either. How did Vivian know the fire was in a different wing if she didn't leave her room? If I ask her directly, she'll dodge again. For now, I'll watch. At some point, the puzzle will come together and the truth will come out.
It's not gonna have updated
No,
yet.
she knew the fire was in a different wing, though she
Well,
said
that
she
one
was
updated.
sleeping.
That was probably a save point.
Mhm.
But
I took out my notepad, signaling that the time for polite pleasantries was over, and it was time to get to the purpose of my visit. You probably know why I'm here. I need to understand what happened to Evelyn Frost. Any information might help, even if it seems insignificant to you. A great tragedy. I still can't recover from the moment I learned that our Evelyn is gone. I even thought about packing my things to go home. That's how shocked I was. But then I decided to stay and support the girls, especially Sophie. I saw her this morning. The poor thing is beside herself. They were so close. She's probably blaming herself for not seeing the warning signs. It's hard to accept the death of someone you love. You always think about what you could have done to prevent it, what words needed to be said, what actions should you have taken. But sometimes, people make decisions that we cannot prevent. She's so boring. Everyone has their own path and can choose when to leave it.
this is like too perfect of an answer.
I agree. You speak as if you're not particularly surprised by Evelyn's suicide. Maybe you noticed these warning signs? Evelyn and I never had heart-to-heart conversations. Of course, if we were friends, I would have noticed something strange and would have immediately reported it. But given that we didn't communicate, it's hard for me to say if anything changed her mind.
Changed
Perha-
in her.
Oh, you're right. If anything changed in her. I swapped that up there.
Yeah, I do that sometimes. I'm like, I do that sometimes with like completely different sentences, and it doesn't make sense, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I have to like reread it and figure out
Yeah.
where I went wrong. Like math ain't mathin'.
I do that too.
English ain't Englishin'.
Perhaps she looked the same, but who knows what was on her mind? What prevented you from getting along? You spent several years in the same class. You're her second classmate to mention that she was hard to get close to. What? Oh. I understood that now. May I be frank, Mr. Crofton? Of course, that's what I'd prefer. I think Evelyn is the type of person who prefers the company of her own thoughts over people. She never reached out to people, and people didn't reach out to her. It's simple. As for me, don't get me wrong. I wasn't biased against Evelyn. I don't really get along with any of my classmates. To me, they're kids. We have little in common. Aren't you all the same age? I'm talking about psychological age. I've always found it more interesting to spend time with more mature people. I prefer to discuss things more complex and meaningful than prom dresses. Vivian sounds quite self-confident. I'd even say narcissistic. Do you think pressure could have affected Evelyn? I know she was a good student and the best on the swimming team. Maybe her parents or coach, Sam Rivers, expected results from her and Evelyn didn't want that?
I will say
That face she made?
she's definitely narcissistic based on that face alone.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I appreciate how like prim and proper, especially like her response was.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was worded perfectly. It was perfectly rational and
Mhm.
like the calm, cool, and collected basically response. And that's exactly how a lot of narcissistic people can come across.
Mhm.
It's like calm, cool, like unaffected, or like they have the perfect response every
Mhm.
time. Because like they're hiding their true tendencies.
That makes sense. Do I seem narcissistic?
I don't know. I haven't
That means I'm not.
I haven't psychoanalyzed you like that.
I think my brother says I'm narcissistic. I don't think I am. Kevin, am I narcissistic?
You'd have to look up the like textbook definition of narcissism to really get an answer on that. I'm not sure what the textbook definition is.
Mm-hmm.
So
Something flickered in Vivian's eyes, a quick, almost imperceptible shadow. For a split second, her mask of social confidence wavered. Then, the smile returned, even wider than before, but there was something strained, mechanical, about it. It was as if someone had flipped an invisible switch to make her facial muscles adopt their usual expression, but forgot to turn on sincerity. I don't know anything about her parents. And Coach Rivers? She wouldn't do that. There was a short pause. Vivian sat up straight in her chair as if someone had stuck a ruler onto her back. She's in the bed.
into her back.
She's in the bed.
Into her back. You said onto her back.
Oh, into her bag.
Yeah. Yeah, she sat on the bed in her
Chair. Although the girl's face remained unperturbed, unperturbed, her tense posture betrayed her desire to end the conversation. Mr. Crofton, I understand you're looking for answers, but I'm afraid I'm not the person who can give them. My knowledge of Evelyn is that she was a good swimmer and didn't talk much. Nothing more than you already know. Thank you anyway. I appreciate your information. Any information. I have one more question. I rose to my feet, taking my time to continue the conversation. Years of work have taught me that sometimes silence elicits more truth than a dozen questions. Watching Vivian, I noticed how she froze in unnatural stillness. No movement, not a single breath, as if she was on pause. Her reaction can say a lot, and the most obvious is that Vivian is afraid I'm going to ask her an uncomfortable question. Do you know where I can find Sophie Williams? I knocked on her door, but no one answered. She relaxed. Having realized the question had nothing to do with her, Vivian relaxed and smiled again, more sincerely this time. On Mondays, Sophie usually has private swimming lessons. I know because I have the same training right after hers. So most likely she's at the pool now. Thank you. I'll look for her there then. I closed my notepad and stood up. Vivian rose after me and headed to the door to see me out. When I reached for the door handle, it didn't budge, as if it was blocked. Oh, I completely forgot to mention I have a defective handle. No one's rushing to replace it. Well, I'm used to it now.
I doubt that.
To open the door, you first need to pull it towards you and then pull down on the handle.
Push down.
Let me show you. Push down on the handle. Let me show you. Vivian glided to the door and leaned slightly, demonstrating how to open the lock. At that moment... Oh, she's got a hickey!
Or a bruise.
At that moment, the collar of her robe parted a little, and I noticed a dark mark on her chest. Until then, the mark had been under her top, but it was clearly visible now as she leaned forward. Look away. It would definitely be inappropriate.
But it might mislead her, because she was kind of being a little flirty there at the beginning with like all the posturing and shit. And she answered the door in a see-through nightgown.
She was actually in the bed and just told me to come in.
Yeah. She pretended to wake up. She was prepared. This is 100% acting.
Oh, 100%.
She knew he was coming.
So we should look closer then, right?
Look closer. I want to see what happens.
Oh, shit!
Art! Art!
Well, looks like our elegant lady has secrets. That's a mark from someone's lips, not an accidental bruise. And judging by its bright color, it's quite fresh. Nika said that only adult students are allowed to leave the school grounds, and Vivian isn't 18 yet. That means her hickey is from someone within the school. Gay!
Wait a minute.
I immediately looked away, trying to make it as natural as possible.
Crazy theory.
What?
What if she distracted Johnson?
What if she, the security?
What if the whole swim
guard?
team was in on it? What if the whole swim team was in on it, and she distracted the security camera guy, while whoever else went in to destroy the tapes?
Valid theory.
And Sophie's like the only one not in on it. Because
Valid.
she was Evelyn's
Friend.
roommate and best friend,
So they probably all killed her.
or all had some part in it. Like it. I mean, yeah, cause Coach said the rope probably came from her office, and she claimed that she had never left the door unlocked before. Yet she unlocked the door with the key, as if it was nothing, and like
it was normal. Like
it's normal. Like it's normal. It wasn't like she tried to walk in the door and forgot she had started locking it. Because I mean, you know,
right? Because I do that all the time.
Yeah, you do something regularly and then you change it and you start doing it a different way. You forget, like it's habit. And then Annie is the one who found the body, and she got real defensive when she thought you were implying that she did it, that you thought she did it.
Sorry.
And now she's pretending like she just woke up from a nap and everything's fine. She knew that the fire alarm, that the fire was in a different wing
But
of the
she knew
school,
it was in a different wing, yeah.
and yet she had supposedly never left her room.
Yeah.
And now she's got a hickey on her chest.
Mm-hmm.
And where the fuck did that hickey come from?
Right. And
None
her
of these
makeup's
girls
all
are-
done.
And her makeup is all done. And her hair is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And she's in a nightgown. See-through nightgown.
Yeah.
And
No,
none
she-
of these girls are screaming lesbian to me.
I agree.
Except for maybe the coach.
The coach could definitely be one. I could see it. I immediately looked away, trying to make it as natural as possible. I think that's the running theory now. I would not have thought of that, by the way. The last
I'm a
thing I
genius.
wanted was for Vivian to realize I'd noticed what she was so carefully hiding under the silk fabric. Focusing on the door handle, I feigned complete absorption in the process of opening the door. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw Vivian hastily adjusting the collar of her robe as if she sensed my gaze. Thanks for your help, and for the information about Sophie, too. You're always welcome, Mr. Crofton. I hope you find the answers you're looking for. And if you need any more information, you know where to find me. You know where to find me. Leaving Vivian's room, I headed to the pool, following the same route Sam had taken me earlier. I passed the familiar turns, went down to the first floor, and walked through the double doors where the disinfective smell of chlorine... Distinctive smell of chlorine hit my nose again.
F in that letter, in those words.
I noticed a girl by the pool. She was sitting on the edge, her back to me with her feet in the water.
She's pale.
She is they're all pale.
Porcelain. She looks like she's made out of porcelain.
Mm-hmm. Like they just chose white. Well, not white.
There's not very much like skin tone to her. Like the only.
But then again, they can't really leave or go outside or.
Well, I mean, they can go outside. They were on like the school grounds, like outside the building when we first walked in the gate.
That's true, but they have long sleeve shirts.
It's a private school. I'm assuming, like in their off hours, if they're not like attending classes or something, like on the weekends, they can go outside and get some sun. It's just like criticization. Like there's no warmth to her skin tone.
Yeah, no, she's very cool.
It's just a slight critique on the color choice there, but like it's not an issue. It's just I was a little shocked, like a little taken aback at first.
Yeah. I walked along the pool, yeah, but that girl didn't react to the sound of my steps. Sorry to disturb you. Are you Sophie Williams? Oh, she's been crying. The girl flinched so hard that she nearly slipped into the water. She turned around sharply. In her blue eyes, I could see fear. Her reddened. I can never do the in.
Reddened.
I can never do the end. It's hard. Reddened.
Cut out the e.
Reddened.
Yeah.
Reddened, swollen eyelids spoke of recent tears, and dark circles under her eyes indicated a sleepless night. Oh God, you startled me. I didn't hear you approach. She hastily wiped her eyes with the back of her hand, brushing away tears.
Wait, your skin tone compared to hers. No, not yours.
Oh.
Yours. You see how white you look?
I look yellow white. I look warm white.
You
She
look
looks
warm
cold
white. She looks like gray white.
I thought you meant mine. I was like,
Not yours. Obviously not yours. You look like a warm, like light,
warm,
like
pale.
Lively pale. She looks like
she
she
a
doesn't
corpse.
get sun. Yeah, she looks a little malnourished.
Yeah, and the waist
Yeah,
does not help with it.
and then some of the super jagged lines on the arms.
Mm-hmm.
If they were slightly softer, it probably would be fine.
She definitely looks malnourished.
She could have. That might be intentional though. We don't know yet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she could have like, because I mean, her skin just looks
I mean,
a little.
you saw Sam's bosoms
Yeah.
and the fact that her waist was like
Very exaggerated art style.
Mm-hmm. I want to read a book that describes men like
Like
women
that-
are described.
Yeah.
I've seen like TikToks of it that like read off the top, and I'm like, give it to me.
Let's go.
I want to read it. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I'm James Crofton. They told me I could find you here. Ah, you're that detective. The principal warned me you'd be asking questions.
Yeah.
There was no wariness or aggression in her tone.
It's just because she's not active right now.
Only fatigue and sadness.
When she was talking,
Mm-hmm.
she like all of her colors got brighter. There's a filter on her, like a grayish filter on her to show that like you're not actively talking to her. So next time she speaks, look at the color change.
Okay. I picked up a
'Cause it's
rubber mat
visible.
and sat down next to Sophie on the edge of the pool, keeping a respectful distance. Sophie pulled her knees to her chest and absently ran her foot through the water.
See,
Yeah, okay.
she looks less grayish now. More.
They
like,
need to like gray her
yeah.
hair and stuff too, though.
They did. It's just not as noticeable because her hair is so pale and doesn't really have much of a color tint to it.
Right. Miss Rivers gave me the day off today, but I couldn't stay in my room any longer. Every time I turned over, I saw Ivy's side. Her books, her clothes, her everything. So I decided to come here. The water calms me. Were you close with Evelyn? I hate how I look when like I'm dead. Yeah, Abby and I are best friends. She's great. So sensitive and kind. Though many don't understand that. It's just Abby doesn't know how to show feelings. She always keeps everything inside. Sophie is talking about Evelyn in the present tense. She probably still can't accept her death. The girl took a deep breath, trying to hold back the approaching sobs, but her chin trembled. I did the same thing with my sister. Like, I would say
A lot of people, it takes them a second to really process it and start talking about someone who's recently died in the past tense, especially if they were close.
A single tear rolled down her cheek, and Sophie hastily wiped it away with her hand. I keep thinking it's gonna be hastily.
Also, everyone else so far has talked about Evelyn in the past tense.
Yep.
She's the only one talking about her in the present tense still. So
I don't think she's
truly-
seen her. I don't think she saw her body.
Well, no, I
And
don't think
if
so.
the
either,
others
but
were
like
part
she was
of it, then
also,
they've
but she was,
already
but she was also the closest. So that's just proving the fact that like it just lends to the fact that like she was in fact the closest to Evelyn. Like,
Yeah.
they were best friends. Like she's still like she's torn up about it. She's
Yeah.
devastated.
Yeah.
She can't even be in their room because everything she sees reminds her of Evelyn and that she's not there anymore. So
I was more so. Well, no, that does definitely track.
it makes her story a little bit more believable.
Yeah.
Is what I'm trying to say. So, I definitely don't think she's in on it.
Yeah. Sophie, I'm sorry to ask, but I have to. Why do you think Evelyn might have decided to do this? Sophie turned to me sharply, her eyes flaring. She did not decide to do this. Abby couldn't. I don't believe it. She would never do that. I knew her better than anyone. If something had been troubling her, something so serious, I would have noticed. If you don't believe it was a suicide, then what do you think happened?
Her gap.
Sophie flinched and wrapped her arms around herself as if she'd suddenly felt cold. I've been asking myself that question since last night. I don't have an answer. When Abby didn't come to the dorm last night, I immediately felt something was wrong. It was all like a dream, a terrible nightmare. I was about to go and look for her, but Miss Preston stopped me. I don't even remember exactly what she said. But when she came into our room, and I saw her face, I immediately knew something bad had happened. Miss Preston is the
principal. The principal. The lady with the green hair.
Okay. Oh, we're -1 with Sam. Oh, we're
1 with Annie.
1 with Mickey.
0 with everybody else.
Sophie closed her eyes and exhaled loudly. Many people I've talked to say that Evelyn was quite a private person. Do you think she might not have shared everything with you? Sophie's gaze drifted aimlessly across the surface of the pool as she gathered her thoughts. I don't know. Maybe? Maybe I've been too focused on my own problems lately and haven't spent enough time with Abby. What kind of friend does that make me? I thought that was going to say, does that to me. What kind of friend does that make me? What is this?
What kind of friend does that make me? Because you're speaking to, you gotta like,
What kind of friend does that make me?
yeah, you gotta emphasize one of them.
Gotcha. A wave of emotions overwhelmed Sophie with renewed force. She buried her face in her hands, her shoulders convulsing with quiet sobs. With words?
That or put a hand on her shoulder. Don't continue
She's-
asking questions.
She's in a swimsuit though, and so
Yeah, so comfort her with words.
her decision affected the relationship. I didn't touch Sophie, but my voice softened.
Hasn't been translated. Maybe. Go to the transcript, maybe?
No,
That's weird. Okay, so
I
there's
think they
there's
missed a
little-
line.
Yeah, there's a line that's not translated. Okay.
Listen, Sophie, what happened isn't your fault. People sometimes hide their pain so deeply that even the closest ones can't see it. You should remember Evelyn for who she was, your best friend. And if you want to help her, help me figure out what happened. Sophie slowly lowered her hands, revealing her face reddened from tears.
My words.
My words hit their mark, a flicker of determination appearing in her eyes. I took a handkerchief. Is that right?
Yeah, handkerchief.
Looks spelled wrong.
That's how you spell it.
Looks weird.
Yeah.
I took a clean handkerchief from my pocket and offered it to Sophie. She gratefully took it, dabbing her eyes. You're not what I thought you'd be.
Imagine.
What did you what?
She said, "You're not what I imagined you to be."
Really?
Yeah.
You're not what I imagined you to be. What did you imagine me to be? I don't know. A cold professional who doesn't care about people? She sighed softly, as if gathering her strength. And you're right. Ivy deserves for her love. Avy?
Because we're calling her Evelyn.
And then
Avy
Avy.
instead of Ivy. Because, I mean, that, I feel like it should be said Ivy, but, like, Evelyn feels weird.
Mm-hmm. It might just be that we're Southern, though.
Maybe.
So,
But, you know.
Avy.
Yeah.
Avy deserves for. I had a student named Avy.
See, like, it just, it sounds better
Except it was
to me.
Avvie.
I think that is weird. But, like, just because, like, it bothers me when if someone's got a nickname and it's an abbreviation of their name,
Mm-hmm.
it bothers me when it doesn't sound the same.
Yeah.
I need them to sound similar.
Like Catherine, and they're called
Katie or
Yeah.
Katie, that bothers me.
Yeah. And you're right. Abby deserves for her loved ones to know the truth. I'm ready to tell you everything I know. I thought you did. Do you know why Evelyn went to the pool last night? Did you see her when she left? This is like, the times are all messed up.
Well, she died last night, definitely. Some of the stuff is weird because at the beginning they said it was Saturday night, and then now they're saying it's Sunday night that this happened. Because they definitely said that this is Monday. So some of
Yeah.
that's a little confusing. That needs to be cleared up. There's at least one line of text that has not been translated, and there's a typo on another.
Mm-hmm.
So it's some of the words and the dialogue needs to be polished up a little bit more. But that's so far that's like my only
Critique.
critique. I was about to say gripe, but I don't really know that could be considered a gripe.
I don't think so. Sophie stared into space as if trying to discern the ghost of yesterday. The last time I saw her was yesterday after dinner. I'm not sure, but I think she said she wanted to talk to Miss Rivers about something. Sam seemed to say she spent the evening in her room. I'll need to talk to her again and clarify if Evelyn came to see her yesterday. You two were roommates, weren't you? After dinner, did Evelyn leave, or did you? At these words, something changed in Sophie's demeanor. Her shoulders tensed, and her eyes darted around. I stayed in the room. First, I was in the room, preparing for a test. Then I went to dinner. Before I came back, I went to the library to get some materials. And then I was back in the room when Abby left. That was around 6. Right. Or maybe later? I think I already mentioned. So, did you see Evelyn leave? Sophie's gaze fitted across the walls, the ceiling, the water. Anywhere.
She's
But at me. Uh-huh. She began methodically winding strands of hair around her index finger, then straightening them and winding them over and over again. I was in the room when she was getting ready, but I had to return some books, and I probably
You are
left
lying
before
through
her.
your fucking teeth. You've come up with all these different excuses. There's no way all this shit happened all at the same fucking time.
Or she left before me. I can't remember.
It was a hectic day.
Yeah, alright, sure.
She's definitely hiding something. First, she claimed to have seen Evelyn around 6, but now she's confused about whether she was even in the room at that moment. But what exactly is Sophie trying to hide? That she went somewhere? Or that she saw someone with Evelyn? Or maybe she knows more about where her roommate was going.
Maybe she's the person who left the mark on Vivian's chest.
Maybe.
Lesbian.
I won't pressure her. It's better to change the subject and come back to this later when I have more information. Maybe Vivian seduced her.
To get her away.
To get her away.
So there'd be a different witness. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
What about her family? Did Evelyn tell you anything about her parents and their relationship? She has a great family. I know Mr. and Mrs. Frost personally. They are good people and love Abby very much. Ivy? Abby.
Abby.
I got confused. I stayed with them for a week at the end of summer before school started. They lived in a beautiful house. They live in a beautiful house on the coast. And you know what's most impressive? They spent every evening together, talking, playing board games, or tennis. Abby's parents were just there, talking, without phones, and constant excuses like, "We'll talk later, I'm busy." It's so valuable when your family is genuinely present in your life, not just providing financially. Abby had both. She was lucky. Jealousy. While Sophie was talking about Evelyn's family, I felt my phone vibrate in my pants pocket. It was inappropriate to get distracted at that moment, but it could be something related to the investigation. Thank you for being so open, Sophie. Your words have clarified a lot. I need to continue the investigation, but I'd like to come back to our conversation later if you don't mind. Sophie nodded slowly. Sure. I nodded goodbye to her and headed for the exit.
She trailed off.
At the door, I turned back. Sophie was still sitting at the edge of the pool, her feet in the water. Sophie is like an open book, but with a few torn pages.
She's easy to read, but you're missing part of the story.
At first glance, she's a sincere, sensitive girl grieving for her friend. But those inconsistencies in time, the nervousness, she's clearly holding something back. The most dangerous secrets are sometimes kept by those you least suspect. Or maybe Sophie's just a frightened girl who lost her best friend. It's too early to draw conclusions, but I should keep an eye on her.
I'm so tired.
How are things going? Have you talked to the girls? Stepping into the corridor, I took out my phone and read a message from Nika. Do you want to stop?
I think I might have to go ahead and go to bed because I'm so tired, and it's 12:30. So.
Okay. That's fine. Did you turn that down when you leave, though?
Yeah. All right.
If you take this and put this in the sink, that'd be amazing.
Oh.
Good night.
Oh, my legs, they hurt. Oh my god. I sat too long in the same spot. There's.
Get more
This is
Reese's
chocolate.
Piece.
That was in my shoe.
Don't forget your apple.
I know, I've gotta get situated. Grab shit. I gotta put shit in my pockets. This. I need to grab my apple. My knee just popped.
Heard that.
Yeah. Alright, see ya.
Bye bye. Top right. Other right.
Top right.
Yeah. One more. Thank you. Good night. All right. I'm going to ban this character. Can I delete this message? I cannot. Okay. We shall begin again. Stepping into the corridor, I took out my phone and read a message from Nika. How's it going? Managed to talk to the girls? I talked to Annie, Vivian, and Sophie. I couldn't find Mickey Elderwood.
Mickey in the library, second floor, West Wing. Talk to her, then come to my office. I'll soon have news from the medical examiner. Following the route provided in the message, I arrived at the library. Behind the heavy oak door, I was met with silence, broken only by the rustle of pages and barely audible whispers. Sunlight streamed through the tall windows, casting oblique rays into the wooden tables placed between the bookcases. A few girls were sitting at the tables, their noses buried in books. Which one of you is Mickey? I unzipped my bag and took out my notepad, where I had already put the photos of the students I had spoken with. Flipping through the pages, I noticed that Mickey Elderwood's photo wasn't there. I dug into my side pocket and spotted a lone photo that had slipped into the corner. It must have fallen out when I was arranging the others. I picked it up and carefully examined the image. Oh, that was Mickey. Oh, wait a minute. I saw her today. She's the same girl I bumped into in the corridor when I was looking for Nika's office. What a coincidence. I scanned the library and quickly found the one I was looking for. Mickey Elderwood had settled in the furthest corner, barricaded by stacks of books. The girl fixed her gaze on the pages, completely lost to reality. I stopped at Mickey's table and waited a few seconds, but she was so engrossed in her reading that she didn't even notice me. Hello again. The girl sharply looked up, and her eyes, magnified by her glasses, widened in surprise. My hair looks crazy right now. I'll turn you guys back to me. Jeez. Widened in surprise. Seeing me, she instinctively snapped her book shut and with a habitual motion adjusted her glasses, which were sliding down her nose. Her cheeks immediately flushed, the blush spreading to the tips of her ears. It's you? The one... hello. She quickly glanced around as if checking whether I was talking to her and not someone else. Her gaze held a mixture of disbelief and confusion. Out of the corner of my eye, I noticed several girls at neighboring tables looking up from their textbooks, watching us with undisguised curiosity. One of them covered her mouth with her hand, whispering something to her neighbor. Mickey also noticed these glances, which intensified her embarrassment. May I? I gestured to the empty chair opposite. Mickey hastily moved some scattered pages aside and nervously nodded. Of course, please. I sat down opposite her, and immediately noticed the book she had so hastily closed. The title of the cover was Mysticism Under the Microscope, a scientific analysis of paranormal phenomena. Another curious book with a strange title. Unusual reading. Is that part of your curriculum or a personal interest? It's not exactly for class. It's a way of soothing, if I may say so. Though I know it's completely irrational and goes against common sense. Mickey nervously flipped through the book without looking up. Her fingers trembled slightly. Have you seen anything paranormal? Yes, well, I'm not sure. I thought someone was standing in our room at night, in the dark. I know it's my imagination, the result of increased cortisol due to stress, but it was so real. Did you see Evelyn? The girl nodded shyly, confirming my guess. That's a perfectly normal reaction after what happened. Shocks often cause such feelings. I guess you're right. It's just that Annie really scared me yesterday. Annie? You know, she's the one who found Evelyn, right? When she ran into our room late at night, her eyes were so big, so wild. She was sitting on the edge of my bed half the night and telling me horrible things. Mickey spoke faster and faster, as if afraid that if she'd stopped, she'd lose the courage to continue. You know, she's into all this occult stuff. They said those who die a violent or unnatural death are restless souls who remain forever tied to the place where they died. That they see all our secrets, all our sins. Mickey lowered her voice almost to a whisper, nervously glancing around. And that they come to judge the wicked. And now that Evelyn will wander the school and punish sinners. I know it's superstition, but Annie believes it, and she spoke very convincingly. And her posters, too. I always thought they were creepy. But yesterday, they felt like they were watching me all night. Judge the wicked? Punish sinners?
Is Mickey afraid that Evelyn's spirit will haunt her? Do you have something to hide? Do you have something to hide, Mickey? Otherwise, why would you be afraid of this judgment? Mickey froze mid-breath, as if paralyzed. The color drained from her face and her eyes widened. She clutched the book convulsively, as if it were a shield. What? No, of course not. I don't have any secrets, none at all. I'm just impressionable, that's it. Her voice trembled, and her words were too abrupt and fast, betraying her nervousness. I study a lot and don't sleep well. That's why I imagine things. I have nothing in my life but studies and training. What secrets could I possibly have? Mickey laughed awkwardly, but there was no fun in her laughter. Rather, unconcealed anxiety. I think I scared her off with my straightforwardness. But her reaction confirmed that Mickey Elderwood also has skeletons in the closet. After a short pause, I decided to return to the purpose of my visit. Mickey, I'd like to talk to you about Evelyn to understand the reasons for what happened to her. Can you tell me what she was like? The girl pondered, absently stroking the spine of the book. Evelyn was always quiet, an introvert in the highest degree. An introvert to the highest degree. Not that I'm judging. I'm not a beacon of sociability myself. She was good at both academics and sports. Everything came easily to her. I could spend weeks preparing for an exam, making hundreds of flashcards for memorization. But Evelyn, she would only flip through a textbook during a break between practices, and still get the highest grade. In academics, I still had a chance to surpass her. But in the pool, there was no chance at all. Evelyn was the best. I noticed that Mickey was upset when saying that. Her voice trembled slightly, and her fingers gripped the edge of the table. And Coach Rivers always held her up as an example, like, look at Evelyn, be like Evelyn, why can't you swim like Evelyn? And you know what? I couldn't, no matter how hard I tried. Mickey fell silent, staring into space. Then she sighed and shook her head. It's too hard for me to understand what exactly happened yesterday, and why. Just like that, you have it all. A dream life. And then it's gone. Mickey definitely suffered from comparisons with Evelyn. But could this turn into anger, or was it just a sad acknowledgement of someone else's superiority? What about the last few days? Did you notice anything unusual? Maybe Evelyn was upset or argued with someone. The girl looked away, avoiding eye contact. No, nothing like that. I spent this week preparing for the physics Olympiad. I hardly left the library, and during classes, Evelyn acted as usual. She clearly knows something more. It seems like that we don't have that spark of trust needed for complete honesty. Perhaps there was something you paid attention to yesterday? Well, it all was as usual, although, except maybe Sophie Williams, but I guess that's not relevant. Any detail may be relevant. So what about Sophie? I ran into her in the corridor before dinner and asked her a regular question, if she was ready for the chemistry test, but she seemed confused and just ran away without saying a word. That was so unlike her. Sophie is usually very friendly and outgoing, even with me. At first glance, Sophie's behavior might not seem related to the investigation, but I still decided to record this information in my notepad. The sharp sound of a door slamming broke the silence of the library. I turned around and noticed that the last of the students had left the room. Only Mickey and I remained in the library, amidst the endless rows of books. Oh, I'm late! She began to pack her things in a flurry, but then stopped, casting a guilty glance at me. But, of course, the investigation is much more important. I think Mrs. Grimstock will understand. It's okay. I have no more questions for you today. I don't want to cause you trouble with the teacher. With a grateful nod, Mickey hastily began packing her textbooks. She moved so fast that her pencil case slid off the table, scattering its contents. Her glasses slipped to the tip of her nose as she bent down for a fallen pen, and at that moment, her forehead met the wooden edge of the table. A muffled thud echoed through the empty library. Ouch! Her cheeks immediately flushed bright red. With one hand, Mickey rubbed her reddened forehead, while with the other, she frantically stuffed the scattered pens and pencils back into her case. The girl mumbling something unintelligible clearly embarrassed by her own clumsiness. See you later, Mickey. Take care. She froze for a moment, meeting my eyes. Thank you. See you later. Clutching her backpack to her chest, Mickey hurried out of the library, as if afraid she'd say or do something even more awkward. After watching Mickey leave, I lingered in the library just long enough to make the last notes in my notepad. Pieces of information I had gathered were slowly coming together. But for further investigation, I needed one more important fragment: the autopsy results, which should have already come to Nika. After leaving the library, I headed back to the principal's office. I managed to gather a lot of information throughout the day, but each new fact raised even more questions. I mentally replayed my conversations with the students, trying to find a thread that would tie everything together. We have an interesting picture. Each of those with whom I've spoke is hiding something. And the fire in the server room. What a strange coincidence. When I got to the right floor, I heard Nika's muffled voice. She was talking on the phone with someone. The office door was slightly ajar, and I could hear some words. I understand your concern, Mr. Thornton. We're doing everything we can. Okay, I'll wait for your call. I gently knocked on the half-open door just as Nika hung up. She turned to me, and I noticed her wearily rubbing the bridge of her nose. There we go. There's the weary. James, finally. Come in, have a seat. Any news? I walked into the office and settled into my usual chair opposite her desk. Nika looked exhausted. She clearly had a hard day. I talked with everyone I planned to. There's a lot of information, but so far there are more questions than answers. What about you? I heard you were talking on the phone? That was one of the board members. Everyone's on edge, and news about the fire has started to leak. But that's not the most important thing right now. Nika leaned back in her chair and sighed heavily. James, I spoke with the fire department. What happened in the server room was definitely arson. Are you sure? Absolutely. Someone set fire to a wastebasket after moving it right next to the servers. Usually that wastebasket is off to the side, but someone moved it on purpose. More detailed forensics results will be available tomorrow morning. Maybe we'll find out something else useful. And what does your technician say? Johnson swears he just stepped out to the restroom for a minute. Says he heard the alarm there and didn't even realize exactly where the fire was. Nika stood up and walked to the window, looking out at the darkening school grounds. Besides, Johnson has an alibi. One of our teachers, Miss Evans, confirmed she met him on the way to the restroom shortly before the fire alarm. Don't you think he could have prepared everything in advance, set the fire and then deliberately walked past someone? Nika shook her head. I don't think so. In general, it's unclear why Johnson would commit arson. The risk is high and there's no benefit. And even if someone wanted to bribe him to destroy the records, there are much more reliable and less noticeable ways. I agree. After a fire, there's always a chance to recover data, and a technician should understand that. That's why I think someone waited for Johnson to leave and seized the moment. I thoughtfully tapped my fingers on the armrest of the chair. Speaking of data recovery, I have a friend who can help. No need. I've already arranged everything. I can't entrust that work to Johnson even though I don't think he's guilty. But I have trusted people who promised to help with it. And you're already taking on so much. At that moment, Nika's computer made a familiar notification sound. She turned to the monitor and I noticed how sharply her expression changed. The medical examiner's report just came in. I immediately got up from my chair and walked over to Nika to see the screen. She opened the email and we began to study the document together. Amidst the medical terms and formal phrases, I immediately caught the key points of the report. The ligature mark on the neck is circular instead of the typical oblique line expected in hanging due to the tension of the noose. Pre-mortem loss of consciousness established. The pressure was applied externally without the involvement of the body's gravity. Hold on, I gotta mark that down. Let's see. The normal oval-shaped mark from hanging was circular
was circular. And before death, loss of consciousness was established, and the pressure was applied externally without the involvement of the body's gravity. Time of death between 10:10 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. Nika slowly leaned back in her chair, her face pale. She rereads the report several times as if not believing what she had read. So, it wasn't suicide. Are you holding up? She took a deep breath, trying to compose herself. Yes, I need time to process it. Someone killed Evelyn and then coldly staged it as a suicide. It means the killer is still here, at school, walking the same corridors as the students. It's hard to think that the killer is smiling in my face every morning, that it is one of my students. That's weird. Or teachers. James, do you have any theories? Who could have done this? I understand it's only been one day, but maybe you already have some ideas. It's too early to draw specific conclusions. Besides, the fact of murder changes the approach to the case. Now we need to analyze, not Evelyn's psychological state, but the motives and opportunities of potential killers. But I need more time. Tomorrow I plan to conduct additional interviews, and I pointed to the computer monitor, and I would also like to see the recovered camera footage if possible. About the footage, my contact promised to be quick. The first recovered files should be ready by tomorrow evening. However, it won't be possible to restore everything. The expert sent me a list of cameras available for work. We need to decide which one to restore first, since each one takes a full day. Nika moved closer to the monitor and opened the email with the list of available cameras. Which recording should I ask to restore first? And began typing a message, then she looked back at me. By the way, I checked the access control system at the main gates. Evelyn hasn't left the school grounds since the beginning of the school year. She paused, frowning. And while checking the system, I noticed something strange. Yesterday at 8 in the evening, Sophie Williams entered the school grounds and then left at 10:30. But there's no data about how she left the school during the day. Nor is there data about how she returned after her night walk. Sophie didn't tell me she left the school grounds yesterday unless... And she behaved strangely when I asked where she was that evening. But what confuses me even more is the discrepancy in the system. How could Sophie enter the school when she was already inside and leave while remaining on school grounds? Perhaps there was a system glitch? I don't understand either. We have the information that this registration system is quite reliable. Each exit and entry is automatically recorded and duplicated on the server. I quickly made a note in my notepad. Nika stood up, walked to the window outside, which it was already dark, and exhaled heavily. It's too late outside. Perhaps we should continue tomorrow. We still have a lot of work to do. She turned to me. If you don't mind, you can stay here overnight. There's a spare room in the guest wing. Considering the distance to the city and the fact that we need to start early tomorrow, that's a reasonable suggestion. Time is against us. The longer we drag this out, the more chances the killer has to cover their tracks. Then I'll walk you to your room. By the way, I've asked for dinner to be brought right there. You haven't eaten anything today. It's true, I haven't eaten anything. We left the office and walked into the half-empty school corridors. Most of the students were already in their rooms. But occasionally we would come across a late student or a duty teacher. All the way to the room, Nika remained silent, nervously fingering her keys. The news of the murder knocked her down. Besides worrying about the school's reputation, she now also has to ensure that nothing happens to the students. Here we are. We stopped by door 15. Nick unlocked it with a key. Nick. Nika unlocked it with the key, which she immediately handed to me. If you need anything, call me. Don't be shy. You have my number. I turned to Nika. Criticize the lack of control. Psh. Nico, listen. I gently touch her hand, forcing her to look up. I understand how you feel right now, but I want you to know that we will find the killer and figure out what happened. I promise you. Nika looked at her hands, then raised her gaze to my face. And if you need to talk, vent, or just not be alone, I'm here. Anytime. Thank you. Really. Thank you. You know, when I called you this morning, all I could think about was what happened to Avalon. I had no idea that our meeting would be like this. Yes, despite all these terrible circumstances, I'm glad to see you again. Nika slowly traced the outline of my knuckles with her fingers and squeezed my hand one last time. Good night, James. Good night, Nika. There's my food. I turned the handle and entered the guest room, closing the door behind me. On the nightstand next to the bed was a tray with dinner, which had already cooled down. Before I start dinner, I'll make a call to my old friend. I took out my phone and scrolled through my contacts until I found Andy's name. Andy was my old summer camp friend who now worked in the information and analyst department. Over the years, we'd helped each other out more than once, but every time we worked together, I had to put up with constant grumbling and inexhaustible sarcasm. I look cute, bro. I pressed the call button, leaned against the headboard of the bed, and waited for an answer. After the third ring, I heard a familiar voice in the receiver. Oh, who do we have here? James Crofton in the flesh. Let me guess, you finally decided to buy me a beer? His voice sounded cheerful. I could hear him chewing something. He was probably having dinner. Not this time, buddy, but if you help me with something, I owe you one. Oh, sure, you already owe me a couple of cases. When was the last time you called me just for kicks? Am I saved in your phone as Andy the problem solver? There was Andy's usual good-natured irony in his voice. Although, you know what? I'm even flattered. It means I'm so good that James Crofton himself calls me when he's in trouble. You're not as irreplaceable as you think. It's just that everyone else is smart enough not to answer calls after work. Oh, that's it. So I'm the last hope of a desperate man. Even better. Andy laughed, and I realized his mood had finally improved. Okay, tell me what happened this time. Long story short, I need to look up a couple of people, a few students and a swimming coach. There was a meaningful pause on the other end of the line. I could almost see Andy raising an eyebrow. Then he burst out laughing so loudly that I had to pull the phone away from my ear. You dog, you're on vacation. You're hanging out with some girls and didn't invite me? What kind of friend are you after that? Andy, this is serious business. Nika called me yesterday and asked me to investigate a suicide at the school where she's the principal, which, it turns out, was a murder. Nika, I've heard that name somewhere. We were together at Bear Cliff. No way, that Nika from camp, the green-haired girl you've been crushing on? That's the one. Holy cow, I thought her contacts were long gone. I remember you going crazy when she disappeared after camp. What a reunion. Be sure to say hi to her for me. I'll let you know as soon as I see her. For now, can you help me with info on the suspects? Andy sighed heavily. I knew the usual whining about risks and difficulties was about to begin. James, buddy, it's not easy to look for information when it's not an official case. You know that digging up information under no legal obligation is risky. If they see me looking for data on people outside of a case, I could get fired. Andy's voice grew more pitiful, a classic tactic he used when he wanted to negotiate better terms. We've got a new department head now, and he's incredibly meticulous. He checks every request. Andy, please, think of something for old time's sake. I'm critically short on data to figure out what's going on here, and I only have 3 days left. A long pause. I could almost physically feel Andy weighing the pros and cons. You understand that if I get caught, I'll have to say I did it at your request, right? I understand, and I'm ready to take responsibility. Okay, but for a favor like this, you'll owe me not just a couple of beers, but a couple of cases. Good beer, not some cheap stuff, and dinner at that steakhouse we've been eyeing for so long. Deal. You'd really be helping me out, Andy. Damn, you agreed so quickly. I should have pushed for more. Well, okay. I'm even curious now about the story you've got there. I couldn't help but chuckle. Andy was as predictable as a Swiss watch. But to avoid suspicion, I can only check one of the girls per day. I have a friend in the archives who might accidentally stumble upon the necessary information during routine work. You don't have much time, so choose wisely. Who do you need first? First, I'd like to know information about... Hold on, so... I think Sophie. That was her roommate, right? She's the most sus at this moment. I think we'll have to go Mickey. Not Mickey, Sophie. I think we'll have to go Sophie. Got it. I'll call you tomorrow when I have something. Thanks again. We said goodbye and I put the phone on the nightstand. Talking to Andy, as always, lifted my spirits. It was nice to hear his voice, and I know that there were people I could rely on. I took off my jacket, loosened my tie, sat on the edge of the bed, and looked at the cold dinner. I had no appetite, but I needed to eat. Tomorrow was going to be a tough day. I wonder, where will all this lead me? A murder in an elite school, fire in the server room, strange inconsistencies in testimonies. Someone's working hard to cover their tracks. But every criminal makes a mistake sooner or later. The main thing is not to miss it. That is it for this. First day. Okay. Okay. So, I'm gonna put me back over here and I'm gonna make me big again, real quick. And then put you. Hello. How you doing? Okay, honest review of the game. It is pretty good. Other than the typos and the non-translated parts and the inconsistencies with the storylines, such as the Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday type thing. There was also she was sitting on the bed and they said chair and stuff like that. And then the typos in the names and stuff. I know those are mistakes and it's small. Other than those inconsistencies and typos, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. The storyline is well thought out. I already feel like I can speculate a bunch of stuff about it, about the storyline and everything like that. I did enjoy playing it. It was very nice. Yeah, I do think... I'm not usually one for games like this, but I do think I want to try to finish it when it comes out fully, to see if I guessed right, or if Az guessed right, you know? The music and the sound effects are really good, and I'm really glad they don't have the voiceovers for the people speaking. I'm really glad they don't have those. But I enjoyed that. It's 3 hours per day, so that's probably going to be a 12-hour gameplay, if not more. And it's only 3 hours because I sped through the last of it since Az left. I couldn't discuss it with her, so I was just like reading. But I do think it is a game I will continue playing. I'll probably play it on stream too, because why not? But I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that very much. Everyone, add it to your wish list on Steam. It is called Rose Academy. Well, this one's the demo, but it's case number 1, Rose Academy. This one right here. It comes out March 2026. Rose Academy right here.
Yep. They're all part of it. Oh, there's Sam. So, I did enjoy, and I will be playing again. So, out of a 10 out of 10 rating, or 0, out of a 10 rating, as someone who doesn't play these games, I'll probably give it about a 7. Yeah, so far, the demo, I'll give it about a 7. Now, if the typos and language consistencies were a tiny bit better, probably an 8.5. I feel like there could have been more options to choose. I think we only made like 4 choices in a 3-hour game, maybe 5, maybe 6. So more would probably keep you, you know, invested more and make it more fun to play. You know, like at the beginning, you automatically go to the right corridor, but if we could choose to go to the left, it could open so many things, you know. But of course, small game development team, perfectly fine. I did enjoy it. Did you enjoy it too, Salem? Salem enjoyed it too. So, thank you for letting me play. And out of 10, solid 7. And I will be playing it again. So, thanks everyone for watching. Peace.